favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230. KXOL Centro.
Well, this game tonight, October 13th, 2014, Holtville, Centro. What? Holtville and Centro? Yeah. And it was a good game, wasn't it, John?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, the week before, Holtville had played Southwest. So they were playing the El Centro schools back-to-back.
Well, it was during a period of very high expectations and high results coming out of the Vikings. And the game we've got featured tonight, Holtville and Centro. What do you remember, John?
Well, I remember that Holtville was coming off about 2 years earlier. They won CIF championship game. They had a large squad, 40 kids, which is good for a school the size of Holtville. Holtville came into the game 4-1. Central was 1-3, the exact opposite. But with the difference in size of schools, it turned out to be a very good game.
It was, and there are going to be some names that you will remember when we talk about it on both sides of the football. And Holtville, they had some numbers, but they didn't have a lot of size. They were relatively young. The Spartans, well, they had some size. They had some experience. It just didn't seem to gel for them early in the season, though they did pull it together as the season went on, John.
Yes, they're actually going to end up 6-6, and both Holtville and Central will win their first-round playoff game before they lose in the next round.
Okay, John, we appreciate the visit. We're going into the original pregame show from October 13th, 2014, and then it will be classic high school football on AM 1230 on the KXO YouTube channel as well. And we invite listeners to subscribe to the KXO YouTube channel. It's free, and then participate in our chat room. Okay, John, we'll see you in the chat room.
I will try to make it.
It's classic high school football on AM 1230 KXOL Centro, on the KXO YouTube channel, and on the World Wide Web. Tonight's matchup, the Holtville Vikings, the Central Spartans, was featured October 13th, 2014.
Pico Market is under new ownership. Did you know? Yeah, don't worry. They kept the butcher, and it's still the best carne asada in town. Carne asada, pollo asada, steaks, and more. Groceries, snacks, soda, beer, liquor, they have it all at Pico Market. And if you spend $50, you get a free bag of ice. And on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, buy 1 pound of chicken, get another pound free. Only at Pico Market, 802 West Pico Avenue in El Centro. They're under new ownership. Same great carne asada. Pico Market.
If you know Jason Jackson, you know he's a hands-on person who gets involved and has been an El Centro City Council member for the past 9 years. Yes, Jason Jackson is running again and wants your vote for re-election. His leadership makes a difference, and he's proven himself that he's the right person once again to be an El Centro City Council member. His slogan has always been experience, leadership, service, and community support. On November 3rd, please re-elect Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jason Jackson, El Centro City Council 2020.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill would like to say thank you to their customers for supporting them during this time. They're doing their best to serve you your favorite Mexican dishes with curbside service. From enchiladas to chile rellenos, they're doing it all. Open weekdays 11 to 5, Saturdays 9 to 3, and Sundays 8 to 2. Closed Tuesdays. Call and place your order. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 760-353-6450. That's 353-6450.
It's classic high school football on AM 1230 KXOL Centro, on the KXO YouTube channel, and on the World Wide Web. Tonight's matchup, the Holtville Vikings, the Central Spartans, was featured October 13th, 2014.
And it's the home of the Holtville Vikings. John Driffle and I here to bring you the Holtville Vikings and the Centro Spartans football game. It's a varsity matchup between the two teams, and, well, they don't meet often. And, you think, again, John, we had talked about earlier in the year when Southwest visited Holtville, and Holtville, I won't say surprised them, but Holtville beat them. Kind of the same situation tonight, isn't it, John?
Yes, the last time I believe that Holtville and Centro played was back in the fall of 1973, and it's been that long since they've renewed their long-standing rivalry that was built up before that. Southwest and Holtville have been playing off and on since Southwest opened about 15 years ago, and last year Holtville beat Southwest right here. This year they beat them in their own stadium. And Coach Smith was telling me before the game that his kids were sky high all week. They had the best practice this week that they've had all year. It was also the best week of practice combined. So he said that they are really ready to play. He said he's not sure why. He said they weren't even this focused playing Southwest. So he said they're up for the challenge, realizing that Centro is a school with much more population, much more student enrollment than they are. But recently, Holtville has been the program with the most success.
Well, they proved that last year with a CIF berth and championship. That Central, I think, learned with what happened to the Southwest. They're not going to come into this game lightly.
Yeah, Central, though, is banged up just from last Saturday. So the game was 6 days ago. They had 5 players that were suited up, several starters from last Saturday that will not suit up tonight, that they were injured. One of them, Ricky Williams, will be out for the year. And we want to mention Ricky. He's a main part of this program and a main part of the high school student body. He's a very popular kid there. Ricky has a broken bone in his foot, so unfortunately he will be out for the remainder of the football season. Brandon Gutierrez is also out, along with Matthew Nelson, and another two-way starter was injured last week, Justin Velasquez. Also, a player that did not play last week, a very important part of this team, is Alex Duarte, the kicker, and he will just be a game-time decision. He's had a pulled hip muscle last week, meaning the last Saturday he did not play at all. He did not practice this week. Up until yesterday, he tried kicking, and he just told the coaches, hey, we get to Holtville, we'll try, warm up, see what happens, and he'll let the coaches know the first time Central has to kick off if he's going to be the man. If not, then it will be Ricky Guzman, the super sophomore.
Okay, John, we'll be back with more of our pregame festivities after this.
For RV service, go to El Centro RV Service and Supply, corner of Dogwood and Ross Avenue in El Centro. Don't let an RV issue dampen your spirits or your plans. They work on most RVs and trailers, even working with manufacturer warranties. Mobile service is available too. For your next RV repair, call El Centro RV Service and Supply, 760-352-2394. That's 352-2394. Or stop at the corner of Dogwood and Ross in El Centro.
Baja Farms in Holtville has been farming for many years and takes pride in what they've accomplished with their operation. It has enabled them to support their communities and support youth of Imperial Valley from FFA to 4-H, youth sports, and academics. Baja Farms hopes to continue this for many years. And here's a message from your friends at Baja Farms. During these trying times, be safe, stay healthy, and God bless America.
Hacienda Snack Bar in Brawley, your catering specialist, has had to make some adjustments due to COVID-19. They've been offering carry-out with daily specials Monday through Friday. Monday is barbacoa with rice and beans. Tuesday is tri-tip and boneless barbecue chicken. How about Wednesday? Your choice, meatloaf or chicken fried steak. Thursday is Mario's choice. And Friday, it's steak and shrimp. To order your plate, call Hacienda Snack Bar, 760-344-5542. That's 344-5542. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. and serving lunch specials from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
It's classic high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, on the KXO YouTube channel, and on the World Wide Web. Tonight's matchup, the Holtville Vikings, the Central Spartans, was featured October 13th, 2014.
It's high school football. We're live on AM 1230 KXO and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com. I'm Carol. He's John. Unfortunately, Daryl Pechtel had some other commitments this evening. Daryl, after all, is involved here on the campus of Holtville High School. So we don't have Daryl's insight this evening, but we will try and provide some of that from information that Daryl passed along to us. The Centro Spartans coming off a loss to Santa Fe Christian last Saturday afternoon. The Holtville Vikings, well, they've had a pretty good season so far. They beat Army-Navy last week. And, well, it doesn't get easy tonight with Central. Other action that's going on around the Imperial Valley this evening, there's not a whole lot. Calexico is at Sweetwater in San Diego. We've been there. And Calipatria and Palo Verde will tee it up. Tomorrow, Vincent at Tri-City Christian. So that'll be a Saturday afternoon game for the Scots. The Scots undefeated so far this year, John.
Right, that's the undefeated Vince Memorial Scots, and that game did make the games of the week in the San Diego Union. They spotlighted that game, and they predicted that Vincent will suffer their first defeat. I do have one bit of information from Daryl that he wants to make sure we pass on, and I also found it very interesting. Daryl, 100 years ago, 1914, Holtville played the first football game in the history of this high school against Imperial. So we're part of the 100th anniversary of Holtville Viking football.
Okay, and that evolved into a deep rivalry until basically Imperial got way too big. But there still is that, that rivalry from alumni from both schools, Holtville and Imperial. So it's hard to believe that's 100 years ago with that kicked off. And no, I was not there.
I was going to say I'm old, but I'm not that old. I wasn't part of that those festivities back then. But a little bit of history, and you're exactly right. What happened is Imperial just got too big. So within about the last 10 years, Imperial moved up, and now they're part of the IVL with Centro, Brawley, Southwest, Calexico, and Palo Verde. Holtville will probably never make it into that division.
Well, John, we'll continue our pregame show after this timeout.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list just goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Ubaldo Bermudez is a local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Ubaldo is here to help. Stop by Allstate agent Ubaldo Bermudez's office today at 425 Desert Garden Drive in El Centro. Are you in good hands? Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Aten Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Aten Express is your one-stop convenience store at corner of Highway 86 and Aten Road in Imperial.
Open 24 hours a day for your convenience.
There is nothing better than great customer service. Company that can help you with your projects, answer your questions, and provide you with the right material to get the job done. Imperial Trusted Lumber Company in Imperial takes pride in doing just that for the homeowner or contractor. They even deliver valley-wide. Imperial Trusted Lumber carrying hardware supplies from lumber, concrete, windows, and doors to nuts and bolts. Everything a contractor or homeowner might need. Stop by today, 701 East 2nd Street in Imperial.
It's classic high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, on the KXO YouTube channel, and on the World Wide Web. Tonight's matchup, the Holtville Vikings, the Central Spartans, was featured October 13th, 2014.
You're listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
And we are live from Holtville. It's the home of the Vikings, and they will host the Central Spartans this evening. We're getting ready for kickoff. Is that James Haley, the white hat tonight, John?
You know what? I can't see from our position. I feel like Chick Hearn up in Chicky's perch there at the forum. We're up on top of the press box. But I don't believe it is.
No, that looks like Gene Martin.
And I didn't get a chance to see Gene, but his brother Brian Martin is just right down below us. And Brian and Gene are the varsity baseball coaches at Central High School. Central now is coming out onto the field. Perfect night for football. Also, Carol, if you noticed, the brand new scoreboard here at Holtville High School that also has a message runner that runs on top of it. But Holtville people are very proud of their facility here as well. They should be. It's in excellent condition. The football field is perfect.
Well, we've got a kickoff coming up, but before that, we'll take care of a few things here. It's high school football, Central and Holtville coming up.
There is nothing better than great customer service. Company that can help you with your projects, answer your questions, and provide you with the right material to get the job done. Imperial Trusted Lumber Company in Imperial takes pride in doing just that for the homeowner or contractor. They even deliver valley-wide. Imperial Trusted Lumber carrying hardware supplies from lumber, concrete, windows, and doors to nuts and bolts. Everything a contractor or homeowner might need. Stop by today, 701 East 2nd Street in Imperial.
The Central Union Adult School is ready to support your adult learning goals. We are the first choice for adults seeking to complete their high school diploma or wanting to learn English. We offer the GED, the high school equivalency test, and our own high school diploma program. Contact our office for registration information, 760-312-7050, or look us up online and on Facebook.
Do you need printing? Do you need it as soon as possible? The UPS Store, 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro has you covered. Their print and graphic design department can help you get the word out with many printing options. Business cards, vinyl banners, flyers of any size. And they print social distancing signs for your business or event. Right now, the UPS Store at 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro is offering 500 free black and white flyers to local businesses affected by COVID-19. Offer expires December 31st, 2020. And of course, the UPS Store will assist you in all your shipping needs. The UPS Store, 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Well, high school football is just about ready to get underway. The captains are meeting with the officials at midfield, and with all varsity regular season games, 5 officials on the field this evening. The Central Spartans are somewhat beat up. The Holtville Vikings a little bit beat up as well. I didn't see, and I don't know if you heard, but their kicker, who is exceptional, was injured earlier in the year, and I didn't get word as to whether he's going to be available this evening. I believe I see him on the sidelines with a crutch.
Yes, they did not have a punter nor kicker listed with their starting roster, so it'll probably be a game-time decision who actually is going to be kicking. We do see that Colin Holt is holding the football. That doesn't mean he's going to necessarily be the one kicking it, but it's possible that he will.
And we've got football coming up. Stay tuned.
This is high school football on AM 1230 KXO. Stay tuned for the kickoff. It's coming up on AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
Julio Cortez has the football teed up at the 40-yard line. He'll kick deep to either Bryce Bolden or David Rodriguez, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Automatic in high school. You can't bring it out. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Holtville Vikings as they put the ball in play on their own 20-yard line. And
yeah, we do have a numbers change, but we did have one of the answers to the pregame questions. Alex Duarte is not kicking. Ricky Guzman kicked off, and if we remember when we did the Holtville Southwest game, the first 3 returns of 2 kickoffs and 1 punt, Holtville returned distances of 60, 70, 80 yards. The best way to defeat that kick in the end zone, and that's just what Guzman did.
We've already, we lost 30 seconds on a kickoff that should have been no run on the clock. The Vikings come out. They run what I call a read option.
If they run the same thing Brawley runs.
Munoz, the quarterback, puts a wing in motion, sets up, and it'll be Munoz on the keeper. And Munoz will pick up about 3 or 4 yards.
Esteban Munoz is the quarterback. And again, Carol, they run on offense and defense exactly what Brawley runs, as you would expect Coach Smith, after coaching more than 20 years up there, coming over here, bringing his son with him. His son actually is the head coach. But Esteban Munoz, that time, faked the dive, belly dive to the fullback, and took it himself, turned around in, picked up 4 yards.
Vikings come out. They spread wide right with a slot right, wide left, wing left, single setback. Munoz hands off, stumbles, and stays on his feet as the ball carrier was Josh Edwards. Edwards moves the chains. He picks up about 8, and it'll be spotted on the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 Vikings.
First down of the evening for either team, of course, after the kickoff, second play. And that time, the defensive tackle for the Spartans read the play, made the hit, but just didn't bring down Edwards, and he was able to power forward for the first down yards.
Went down to a 3-point stance, put his hand on the ground, which you can do, kept his balance, and picked up the first down. Munoz hands off, and this time it doesn't go anywhere.
As Julio Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, the would you call him the Sam Huff of the Spartan linebackers?
Well, he plays a stand-up defensive end position, and before the bye week, he was leading the San Diego section in sacks, and he's picked up several last week as well. With Ricky Williams absent, they're going to rely even more upon Rodriguez now to try to man that outside flank.
With trips out on the right side, now they'll shift back to a pro set backfield. Now they'll shift a body back to the right.
With an unmanned player now, uncovered player.
And the handoff in the middle.
And it looks like Rodriguez is going to be the spy on Esteban Munoz, as he went with him, and he has now 4 straight plays. That time, Munoz did give the ball to the up back, to the belly back. That would have been Edwards, and he was brought down. Nice play made by the Spartans defensive tackle, and that's Daniel McComb, seeing some action with Justin Velasquez out.
Pickup of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9. You would consider this a passing down,
but not necessarily for this Holtville offense.
Nope. Munoz got one guy back behind him. That's it. That would be a body. Now he calls timeout. And flags fly. I think somebody was moving, actually.
Yeah, we'll see if they got the timeout in before the player went in motion and did not reset. Yep. So they're going to say sorry, but the call, so probably they will not take the timeout now.
It'll be 2nd and 14.
Holtville now will probably go into their playbook and pick up one of their passing plays. Esteban Munoz does have a very good arm, as we saw displayed at Southwest several weeks ago. Wide out, split wide to the right and to the left.
3rd and 14. Fake to the belly man and pitch downfield. It's complete for a first down. And on the catch there was Christian Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a 6'1" senior. Big 3rd down conversion here on the opening possession of this football game.
That'll be a 20-yard pitch and catch from Munoz to Gonzalez. First pass attempt and completed pass of the evening, and the second first down for these Vikings.
Spot the ball on the 48-yard line. Still in Viking territory. Split backs. Munoz under center. Everybody else in tight. Run the option, hand it off, first back through, picks up about 4 yards. And that would be Braden Abadi for the 4-yard gain.
About his first carry of the evening, took it right out to midfield.
Second down, ball 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. There is no score. It's high school football. We're on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com. Wide right, slot right. Handoff to the slot back. He's got some blockers, but then it's quickly shut down. And so is Rodriguez. The stop there by Aaron Brown. Aaron Brown with the strong pursuit from the backside.
Yeah, that one will go for no gain. As Rodriguez just had nowhere to go. Nice open field tackle by the Spartans. Brings up 3rd and long again. Holtville is playing multi-backs. They've had 4 different ball carriers so far tonight.
David Rodriguez wide on the right side. Split backs. Munoz again under center. Munoz back to pass, fires. It is complete over the middle. That will be good for a first down. The pass completed to Bryce Bolin.
He was driven back, but they're going to give him full progress all the way down to the 43-yard line, and that will be another first down for the Holtville Vikings.
They're doing exactly what they want to do, John. They're moving the football methodically. They're chewing up time. You don't have to worry about a Spartan offense. There's a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. 6:50 to play in the first quarter. There is no score.
Cooper's West Insurance is on your side as an Allied certified insurance agency providing superior customer service. We'll be there through all of life's important moments. Getting married, had a baby, moved, retired. Cooper's West Insurance, 546 Holt Avenue in Holtville and 201 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial.
Wow, it's been a year since we reopened our doors. Hi, this is Bo Ashley with Sands Auto Body, and it's been a pleasure repairing the Valley's vehicles and seeing the smiles on our customers' faces when they see their vehicles back to normal. I personally take pride in customer service, and it's passed along to the rest of the team at Sands Auto Body. Good customer service brings you back to us, and remember, it's your right to have your vehicle repaired where you want to. We work with all insurance agencies, and Sands Auto Body is the same location since 1959. Sands Auto Body, 1880 West Euclid Avenue, and
The Vikings come out 1st and 10. They have the ball on the Spartan 42-yard line.
This will be the 10th play of the drive to open this football game.
Wide right, wide left, slot left, single setback. In motion, slot left. He sweeps wide to the left side, turns it upfield, and picks up about 6 yards as the ball carrier, Josh Merton, 42. John, one of the things that I notice when we come to Holtville, and we see it around the valley, but we're looking and hearing 3rd and 4th generation football names.
Yes, here in the valley, of course. Holtville, they have several of them. Among them, Colin Holt is one.
2nd and 4. Ken Merton, Ken Dabati, Ken Bolin. It's 2nd and 5. The Vikings, as I started to say, moving the ball methodically, keeping it away from Central. You don't have the football, you can't score. And the option, it'll be Munoz keeping it. He rode the ball on the hip of Braden Abadi for a little bit and then kept it himself. But like you pointed out, Central has a spy on him.
He was able to pick up 1 yard, but again, that brings up 3rd and about 4. So not long, but Holtville, no trouble with the previous 2 third downs. They've converted both of them. They're 2 for 2 third down conversions, and this will be the 12th play of this opening drive.
3rd and 4, just shy of the 35-yard line. Split backs. Munoz, the Spartans jump. A little bit of a heart count there, John. I could hear it from up here. We are high atop the press box at the Vikings football stadium. That's good for a first down.
4th first down of this drive. And Esteban Munoz showing his football savvy. He'd been going on the first snap. That time he didn't, but the Central defense did. So that gave free first down to Holtville. So but that does count as their third down conversion, 3 for 3.
The clock is moving. We're down to 5 minutes in the first quarter. Split backs. Munoz will keep it, and Munoz will slide forward close to a first down. He's out close to the 20-yard line. They'll spot his knee down at the 22.
So, that time Munoz read the dive play perfectly and pulled it back from the up back Rodriguez, and was able to slither forward for a nice 9-yard gain.
Second and run.
So not only are they tearing up yards, but they're chewing up the clock. They've had this football now for 7 minutes.
And the handoff to a body, and there's nothing there. He may get back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, he picked up half a yard.
So they're going to bring up third down again. So this will be the fourth straight third down on this long opening drive. The Vikings have been able to keep going. This one much shorter now, 3rd and 1.
Third and about a half a yard. Officially, it's a yard.
And this is where Munoz is excellent, as Central needs to take a timeout.
Central takes a timeout. We will take our timeout. It's high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California.
Pico Market is under new ownership. Did you know? Yeah, don't worry. They kept the butcher, and it's still the best carne asada in town. Carne asada, pollo asada, steaks, and more. Groceries, snacks, soda, beer, liquor, they have it all at Pico Market. And if you spend $50, you get a free bag of ice. And on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, buy 1 pound of chicken, get another pound free. Only at Pico Market, 802 West Pico Avenue in El Centro. They're under new ownership. Same great carne asada, Pico Market.
If you know Jason Jackson, you know he's a hands-on person who gets involved and has been an El Centro City Council member for the past 9 years. Yes, Jason Jackson is running again and wants your vote for re-election. His leadership makes a difference, and he's proven himself that he's the right person once again to be an El Centro City Council member. His slogan has always been experience, leadership, service, and community support. On November 3rd, please re-elect Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jason Jackson, El Centro City Council, 2020.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill would like to say thank you to their customers for supporting them during this time. They're doing their best to serve you your favorite Mexican dishes with curbside service. From enchiladas to chile rellenos, they're doing it all. Open weekdays 11 to 5, Saturdays 9 to 3, and Sundays 8 to 2. Closed Tuesdays. Call and place your order. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 760-353-6450. That's 353-6450.
Holtville Vikings bring it out. It'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The ball on the Central Spartans 21-yard line. The Vikings started this drive on their own 20 about 14 plays ago. Split backs. It'll be Munoz on the quarterback keeper. Munoz will get the first down as he crosses the 20-yard line. First down. The Holtville Vikings at the 20.
Fourth straight third down conversion on this long opening drive. As the clock now is stopped as they're going to move the chains. Looks like they didn't give Munoz as much forward momentum as we thought he gained, but it's still a first down. They get the chain set. The clock will pick up running at the 3:55 mark here in the first quarter, and Central is yet to have the football.
And they wind the clock. 3:30 to play in the first quarter. There is no score. The Holtville Vikings on an opening possession drive of 9 minutes now. Munoz will follow the dive back into the hole and get it down to the 15. Just inside the 15, a pickup of 5. Call it 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
And what this offense does with Munoz reading the dive bait is if he takes the ball back, it's almost like there's an additional blocker that he follows through the hole. And that's why he's picking up such good yardage. as we've seen Munoz at the Southwest campus. He was able to just move the football right down the field. Split backs, wide left. Munoz will take it outside, try and turn it upfield, but there's nothing there. Aaron Brown on the tackle. Brown, again, playing his spot and denying the sweep. Excellent tackle by Brown as Munoz was brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Munoz in this first quarter is 2 for 2 for 27 yards. He's 15 yards from the end zone. Let's see if they take a shot in the end zone on this 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Split backs, wide right. Back to pass, looking, Munoz fires. It's complete. Touchdown. Holtville Vikings, David Rodriguez. Did a little down and in and beat the coverage and picks up 6 points.
Yeah, Munoz really took a big hit. Unfortunately, the Spartans lifter was a little bit late, about a step late, and the defensive back for the Spartans did slip and fall, and that allowed the receiver to be wide open.
But you called it, John. You said, let's take a shot at the end zone, and it's exactly what they did. The Vikings will now try the point after, kick from placement.
Trying to get the number of who the kicker is, as we do not have a starting kicker listed.
The snap back, kick up, and the kick is good. A minute 54 to play in the first quarter. It's the Holtville Vikings 7, the Central Spartans nothing.
When it comes to tires, you want the right tire and you don't want to pay too much. Baja Desert Tire in Holtville will tell you that they're serious about the tire business, but they know it's more important to treat people right. When it comes to tires, new or used, they are quick, professional, and affordable. Baja Desert Tire Company, 204 West 5th Street in Holtville. Your friend in the tire business. When you step into Brownie's Diner in Brawley, it's like stepping back in time. Back to the days of good food, prepared and served by friendly people. You'll find all your favorites, chorizo and eggs, tacos and burritos, plus diner specialties like chicken fried steak, pork chops and eggs, biscuits and gravy, and so much more. For breakfast or lunch, you just can't beat Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley.
Abraham Mendez with the point after. That was good. And Mendez will tee the ball up on the 40. The Central Spartans will have their first chance on offense this evening. And deep to receive, Angel Ramirez. And standing back there with him is Brian Valenzuela. You don't want to kick it to Ramirez. Most people have been trying to avoid that. Deep driving kick, it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. So the Central Spartans will put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Smart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You can choose your favorite deli sandwiches or buy a pizza. Maybe you need to feed the whole office for your next party. They've got their giant 52-inch pizza. Get your car washed with their state-of-the-art car wash, or fill your propane tank with propane. Yes, McNeese Smart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in Centro.
Ramirez goes in motion. The pitch back to Ramirez. Ramirez turns it up the right side of the field and picks up about 8 yards before he's run out of bounds in front of the Central Spartan bench. But Ramirez, the threat for the Central Spartans, and Pete Sanchez in at quarterback.
A little bit of a quick start for the Spartans. They just went right up to the line of scrimmage, did not huddle, and as soon as the referee blew the whistle, they snapped the football and pitched it to Ramirez.
He went out of bounds at the 25, so it is actually 2nd and 5. And pitch back again, it is Ramirez. Ramirez is swarmed in the... It wasn't Ramirez. I'm sorry. It was...
Looks like Artie Giannis is on the offense tonight. That's the first time we've called his name on the offense. Carried the football. Unfortunately for Central, he lost about 3 yards.
He'll bring up a 3rd and 8. John, is this something new? Look at the socks the Central center is wearing. The Holtville center also wearing strange-looking socks. It is Sanchez firing. It is complete. That's good for a first down. And the pass completed to Valbuena.
We heard Valbuena last week. He had the 91 and 87-yard touchdown receptions.
Two catches with career yardage.
That one only went for 9 yards, but Central certainly needed that to keep possession.
That's exactly what they needed. At the 31, Sanchez pitches back to Ramirez. Ramirez looking for some running room, shakes off a couple of tacklers, pulls his way across the 40.
And you have a penalty flag down, though, so this one's coming back.
That's typically in the area where there will be a hold.
As Ramirez was able to gain almost 15 yards, but it's going to be for naught. Depending upon where the hole was, it looks like it was a little bit across the line of scrimmage, so it won't be a full 10-yard loss.
52 seconds to play in the first quarter. The score is Holtville 7, Central nothing. They're on their first possession of the game right now.
And because it's a spot foul, it's actually 8 yards from the previous line of scrimmage, 10 yards from where the hold occurred. So now it's going to be 1st and 18.
Sanchez from the shotgun. Sanchez drops back to pass, looks, fires downfield. He's got Valbuena wide open. And Valbuena would still be running, but he had to come back on the ball and went down. Or that would have been a 70-some-yard, 75-yard touchdown, John.
Central running up on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Now hurry up. Sanchez puts Valenzuela in motion, pitches back to Valenzuela. He's dropped for a 4-yard loss.
With flags down, so we'll see what this is.
It is holding against the Spartans, and you know who did the hold? The quarterback, Sanchez.
So that's going to hurt when you get tackled for a 3-yard loss and you're holding on it. So Holtville will accept this penalty because as a spot foul, it was in the backfield. So this is going to be much more than 10 yards from the previous line of scrimmage. They're going to move it all the way back to the 39-yard line.
You don't often get a quarterback called for holding, but what he was doing was blocking.
So that's a 17-yard penalty, which means it's going to be 1st and 27.
Spotted on the 39-yard line of the Spartans. Sanchez brings him out from the shotgun. Ramirez in motion. Pitch to Ramirez. He's got some blockers. Turns it upfield. Breaks one tackle. Crosses the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20. And bumped out of bounds inside the 20 at about the 15-yard line. That's what Ramirez does so well.
He was able not only to turn the corner and show his speed, but right at the line of scrimmage, he broke about 3 tackles as Ramirez, one of the premier running backs in the Valley, finally knocked out of bounds on the 23-yard line.
The idea is to get Ramirez the football any way you can. It's spotted actually on the 22-yard line. Sanchez puts Ramirez in motion, but hands it to the fullback. Into the middle of the line is Bejarano.
Bejarano getting his first carry of the evening.
Picks up a yard. And that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of 1 quarter of play, our score, it's Holtville 7, Central Spartans nothing.
For RV service, go to El Centro RV Service and Supply, corner of Dogwood and Ross Avenue in El Centro. Don't let an RV issue dampen your spirits or your plans. They work on most RVs and trailers, even working with manufacturer warranties. Mobile service is available too. For your next RV repair, call El Centro RV Service and Supply, 760-352-2394. That's 352-2394. Or stop at the corner of Dogwood and Ross and El Centro.
Baja Farms in Holtville has been farming for many years and takes pride in what they've accomplished with their operation. It has enabled them to support their communities and support youth of Imperial Valley from FFA to 4-H, youth sports, and academics. Baja Farms hopes to continue this for many years. And here's a message from your friends at Baja Farms. During these trying times, be safe, stay healthy, and God bless America.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill would like to say thank you to their customers for supporting them during this time. They're doing their best to serve you your favorite Mexican dishes with curbside service. From enchiladas to chile rellenos, they're doing it all. Open weekdays 11 to 5, Saturdays 9 to 3, and Sundays 8 to 2. Closed Tuesdays. Call and place your order. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 760-353-6450. That's 353-6450.
We're set to start the second quarter, John. The Vikings basically held the football for over 9 minutes in the first quarter.
I'm sure that was part of their game plan, certainly wanting to do that. Centro coming back. Not quite the 16-play drive that the Vikings showed, but so far the Spartans haven't needed that many plays.
It'll be third down. Oh, second down. Second and 9. Second and 9. Sanchez fires. It is complete to Valbuena at the 20. He gets down to the 15, inside the 15, the 14-yard line before he is brought down. And on the tackle, Mason Manye.
And Valbuena and Sanchez now are 3 for 3, as obviously Sanchez has found the receiver he likes. Bring up third and about 2.5.
And he's going to be hitting him all night unless you get pressure on Sanchez. Second and 2. From the shotgun, it is Sanchez. Same play, Valbuena, same results. Inside the 10 at about the 9-yard line. That's very close to a first down. That is a first down. It'll be first and goal, Central Spartans, and they're going to keep pitching it to Valbuena until somebody covers him.
And what you do now is you do like you're going to pass it to him, a hitch, and then he takes off and tries to get behind the receiver in the end zone since there is no deep safety back there.
And that's exactly what they are going to do. It's going to be, tight man coverage, and he's just going to do that, like you said, a little hitch. Sanchez on the quarterback draw, cuts it inside the 5, down to the goal, and into the end zone. Sanchez saw the opening, took the quarterback draw, and carries it into the end zone.
Yeah, because you had the wide receivers out both sides, there was no deep safety right in the middle of the field until Sanchez, once he broke the tackle at the line of scrimmage, was able to take it in the end zone for his first score of this 2014 campaign. Ricky Guzman on for the PAT.
Sanchez will hold. Snap back low, snap picked up, spotted, kick up, kick good. 11:13 to play in the first half. It is Central 7, Holtville 7.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list just goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Ubaldo Bermudez is a local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Ubaldo is here to help. Stop by Allstate agent Ubaldo Bermudez's office today at 425 Desert Garden Drive in El Centro. Are you in good hands? Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Aten Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's a place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Aten Express is your one-stop convenience store at corner of Highway 86 and Aten Road in Imperial.
Open 24 hours a day for your convenience.
There is nothing better than great customer service. Company that can help you with your projects, answer your questions, and provide you with the right material to get the job done. Imperial Trusted Lumber Company in Imperial takes pride in doing just that for the homeowner or contractor. They even deliver valley-wide. Imperial Trusted Lumber carrying hardware supplies from lumber, concrete, windows, and doors to nuts and bolts. Everything a contractor or homeowner might need. Stop by today, 701 East 2nd Street in Imperial.
Well, the teams lined up for the kickoff, and they lined up each on the wrong side. So the officials have them moved around a little bit. It's the Central Spartans on your left, the Holtville Vikings on your right, in case you're wondering. And Guzman will tee up the ball on the 40, and he will be kicking. And deep is Rodriguez and Body.
This one's going to go in the end zone as well.
It is into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Holtville Vikings on their own 20-yard line.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Burgers and Beer. All locations open at 7 a.m. for breakfast. Create your own omelet. Try the stuffed chile relleno with machaca. Maybe ham and eggs or pancakes. And decide how about one of the Burgers and Beer's award-winning hamburgers. Over 20 to choose from. Burgers and Beer with 2 locations in El Centro. One in Yuma, Rancho Mirage, and La Quinta. And coming soon to Temecula.
Well, one of the great things here at Holtville is the snack bar and the Holtville Athletic Club and their homemade ice cream, John.
Yes, we have partaken in the past.
1st and 10, Vikings from their own 20-yard line. And on the option, Munoz will keep it. Munoz will pick up about 3 before he is grabbed and brought down by a host of Spartans, to include Bejarano.
Holtville certainly is not going to change anything. They don't need to after going 16 plays and 20 yards in their first drive of the evening. We've had 2 80-yard drives to start this game. That's a good way to start a game. A lot of fireworks going on the offensive side.
If you're wondering, the Spartans went 9 plays, 6 on the ground, 4 or 4 passing. That makes 10 plays, John. And
yeah, let's go back to 9 plays and only
3 for 3.
No, it's 4 for 4 for passing, so that put 5 on the ground.
Okay. Munoz fires into the flat. It is complete, looking for some running room, then coming back across the green, getting a block and making a 5 out to the 25. So it's basically a 2-yard gain, and it was a hard-fought 2-yard gain. Kind of, I thought you were a teacher, John.
Oh, that's why I'm called retired teacher.
Okay.
That was a nice pitch and catch. Both these quarterbacks are now 4 for 4 on the evening. Have not seen any completed pass yet.
It'll be 3rd and 5. Split backs. Holtville has the ball on their own 25-yard line. Now they're going to get 5 more as one of the down linemen decided, well, I don't have to wait till the ball is snapped. I can get a head start. And that's going to be very close to a first down. It's
got to be a first down.
It is a first down.
Sitting right on the 30-yard line, so that has to be a first down.
Since they started on the 20, it has to be.
That'll be Holtville's 7th first down. Well, now they're going to move it back. So I guess they felt that the ball wasn't sitting on the 25 to begin with, so this is going to bring up 3rd. And should we say 2 inches?
2 inches is exactly what I was thinking. The play comes in from the sidelines.
But what this will do for Holtville, if they're able to convert it, they're going to be 6 for 6 in 3rd down conversions to start the game.
But it's not rush anything. Quick snap, handoff right up the middle, and that is a first down. The quick hitter right in the middle.
And that was Josh Merton again, picking up the first down. Got the 2 inches and a lot more as they place the ball all the way out on the, looks like the 34-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10. Vikings on their own 34-yard line. There's 9 minutes to play in the first half. They'd love to keep the ball this whole rest of the time. A little bit of counter in the middle, and that didn't go anywhere. The handoff to Josh Merton, and Merton is stuffed. He'll lose 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Aaron Brown read that play perfectly and was able to bring Merton down for a loss. And I believe that is the first tackle for loss behind the last scrimmage in this game for the Central Spartans.
The Vikings bring it out. The electric green socks. Some of the Spartan players, particularly the offensive linemen, wearing pink.
socks, and that is for the cancer awareness. Munoz drops back to pass, got a little bit of time, then the pocket collapses, and so does Munoz. There is a flag, and where that's thrown, that typically is holding.
So Central will, like Holtville, have the option now. They can take the sack back on the 35 or 25-yard line, but if they take the penalty, that's going to push them back inside the 20. So do you want third and long or second and a lot longer? And that's something the Central coaching staff will have to decide. They've set the ball down on the 24-yard line. That would be an 8-yard loss.
I'm glad I don't have to make those decisions, John. The penalty is declined, which means there was a loss of 7. So it'll be 3rd and 19.
And after having no negative rushing attempts, 2 straight for the Holtville Vikings here.
So they take the sack, not the penalty. Obviously a passing down. I say that, but I'm not calling the plays.
And Holtville's had a lot of success just splitting the seam, with Central with only 1 deep safety.
Munoz under center, single setback. Looking downfield, tight end gets free over the middle. It's caught at the 40, at the 50, the 40, the 30. Before he's finally brought down, Bryce Boland, tight end, just split right down the middle of the field. I'm afraid to ask who called that play because I think somebody next to us would tell me, John.
Yeah, we could see the Boland was able to just go straight down, just split the seam, and with Central's run safety, he was on the left side of the defense. Boland went to the right side, and they finally stopped him on the 30-yard line. So it's a big first down, 7th consecutive third down conversion for these Vikings.
Boland just a sophomore.
Central jumps offside again.
And, you have to think a lot of that has to do with Munoz and his snap count. The cadence is drawing them off, and that's part of the game. You don't move till the ball snapped. Bryce Boland, 6 foot, 180 pound sophomore. He's a backup quarterback too. 1st and 5.
Munoz seeming that the wideout to stay where he is because he's uncovered.
And a handoff. It is Munoz on the keeper. The ball is loose, and the Spartans say they have it. What do the officials say? The officials say they have it. The Spartans have it.
The ball was recovered down at the bottom of the pile by a player that unfortunately it's Joaquin Bejarano. He's the one that changed number 42. Joaquin Bejarano on the fumble recovery.
John, I thought they knew they're supposed to clear any number changes with us. Bejarano's been wearing that for about 3 weeks. It's like we're a little bit slow on the pickup.
And that shows we're using the roster from the first week. But the reason he had to change is because he's now a fullback. So to be an offensive player, he had to go down in the 40s.
From the pistol, the snap back, and Sanchez hands off, first back through. I believe getting up from the bottom of the pile, it was Angel Ramirez. 6:50 to play in the first half. We're tied. Holtville 7, Central 7.
First turnover of the evening. Central now seeing with their second possession what they can do with the football. Plenty of time left. Central has 2 timeouts remaining, as do the Vikings.
Again, the pistol.
3 wideouts to the left this time.
And that little quick hitch to Balbuena, and Balbuena is hit hard. A big hit. A perfectly legal hit, but Mason Monnier tattooed Balbuena. Balbuena did pick up 7 yards.
Right, the ball's all the way out to the 31-yard line now, so very important third down for the Spartans.
And that has worked, 4 times now?
Yes, that's the 5th completed pass from Sanchez to Balbuena. That's the only receptor that so far has made a catch tonight for the Spartans. Balbuena has all 5.
The defense 10 yards off of him. The pitch back to Ramirez. Ramirez now, a flag comes back behind the play. There's going to be a hold. He can run as far as he wants, but It's coming back.
Yeah, he must have gone out of bounds, though, because you would have to let the play run to its conclusion. But the flag is back on about the 26-yard line.
One official threw 2 flags.
Yeah, so obviously they all saw what happened, and Holtville certainly will not take the results of this play, which was a first down.
Hold against the Spartans. Personal foul against the Vikings. Same official threw both flags.
So what's going to happen now is, because the personal foul was a dead ball foul, they're going to move the ball back and then move it forward, and it should be first down, because the personal foul is an automatic first down.
I think the personal foul was not a dead ball foul because he threw it while the play was running. And I think what it was somebody got held and somebody retaliated by swinging.
So that's going to nullify both penalties and the play, and we'll line up again on the 31-yard line and run it. We'll run third down. Spartans up on the line of scrimmage. Sanchez is in the pistol. Valbuena split right out to the right.
Sanchez from the spread. Looks, bumps once, chased out of the pocket. He's hit and brought down at the 31-yard line. And a great defensive play there by the Vikings. Manye with the tackle. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
Unfortunately, Sanchez showed his sophomore inexperiences. Valbuena had broken free. He was running free all by himself at the 50-yard line. Sanchez looking that direction, but thought he could pick up the first down on his own. Excellent tackle. And so now we're going to get our first punt of the evening as Guzman's back in punt formation.
Guzman drops back to punt the football.
We did see Holtville have a lot of success returning punts against the Southwest Eagles.
And it's a short snap to the up back, and on the fake, it'll go nowhere. That was Ramirez. And when the Vikings saw Ramirez as the personal blocker for the punter, they smelled a rat.
Yeah, and Ramirez needed 3. He only got 2, so that will turn the ball back over. Just almost,
call.
Yeah, and it's almost the same as a turnover, fumble recovery, as Central had recovered the fumble of the Vikings on the previous series. But I think Central a little bit respectful of what this Holtville Viking offense has done tonight.
Munoz brings him out. Too wide on the right side, the far side. And the handoff in the middle, it doesn't go anywhere. The Josh Burton stuff, maybe a yard. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
It certainly looks like these Holtville Vikings have gotten the attention of the Central Spartans. Central appears to have taken a little more interest now in what's being run against them and trying to figure it out. Perhaps they may have come in the game a little bit, not unprepared, of course, but thinking that taking the team lightly, being a small school.
2nd and 9. Munoz, single setback. Munoz will keep it, turn it upfield, and then get smacked down. He picks up maybe 2. But again, the Spartans' defense, which has been very good for the most part this year, what they are very good at is everybody plays their assignment. And if you play your assignment, that's what happens. Okay, picked up 3 yards. That brings up 3rd and 6.
Leo Ramirez is the one that did play his assignment and make that tackle. Holtville, though, they've been very successful throwing the football tonight.
Double wide on the left, the wide side. Single setback. 2 tight ends. Back to pass. Munoz, look, he's got a man open and just short of the intended receiver. And that would be Bolin, the sophomore.
First incompleted pass of the night for either team. And that time Central had Valbuena in the up coverage, and behind Bolin was Jonathan Ahumada. So Central did have that covered. Now Central's dropping back in punt formation.
Okay, they may be dropping back. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Munoz is out, but that doesn't mean that Holtville has to punt. They're right inside the 30-yard line.
They're at the 35-yard line. They'll try a 45-yard field goal, and the Spartans have dropped somebody back to return the field goal attempt.
It's there. Snapback kick is up. It's plenty long enough. And it is in center. A 45-yard field goal. Oh, that was beautiful. 3:15 to play in the first half. It's Holtville 10 and the Central Spartans 7 high school.
For the past months, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial has been offering curbside pickup, and they will continue until they are able to open indoors. You can still get your favorite Mexican food, like special quesadillas, carne asada and pollo asada burritos, taco plates, and more. In fact, their menu is huge, and the food is outstanding. To place your order, call El Zarape restaurant at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Curbside pickup only.
The Central Union Adult School is ready to support your adult learning goals. We are the first choice for adults seeking to complete their high school diploma or wanting to learn English. We offer the GED, the high school equivalency test, and our own high school diploma program. Contact our office for registration information, 760-312-7050, or look us up online and on Facebook.
Do you need printing? Do you need it as soon as possible? The UPS store, 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro, has you covered. Their print and graphic design department can help you get the word out with many printing options. Business cards, vinyl banners, flyers of any size. And they print social distancing signs for your business or event. Right now, the UPS store at 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro is offering 500 free black and white flyers to local businesses affected by COVID-19. Offer expires December 31st, 2020. And of course, the UPS store will assist you in all your shipping needs. The UPS store, 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Well, a 45-yard field goal, and that was Abraham Mendez, and he drilled it. That would have been a 55-yard no sweat if he had needed it. And wind is not a factor. There is no breeze, so that was all Mr. Mendez. He will. It must be the green shoes, John.
Along with maybe the pink socks that so many of the kids are wearing for the breast cancer awareness. That would have been good from 55. He really put a foot to that ball.
Beautiful kick, and that makes it 10-7. The Vikings with the lead here.
So can we probably look forward to another kick in the end zone?
That seems to be the norm these days, is just put it in the end zone. No worry about a return. It'll be at the, no, it's a touchback.
Bermudez caught the football, but his back foot was in the end zone.
So, and right there was our white hat, Gene Martin, who made the call. Right on the ball. The Spartans will put it in play 1st and 10 or their own 20-yard line. One of the things you and I have noticed in the last several years is a very definite improvement in the kicking game, both punting and place kicking throughout the valley.
Yeah, you would think with the soccer influence they have here that they'd be finding kickers easily, but it's good to see they're matching San Diego area. Every time you go to San Diego, they have kickers that put the ball in the end zone for touchbacks.
Spread formation. Sanchez rolling to his right, looking upfield, tucks it under his arm, crosses the 30, out to the 35, and planted at the 36-yard line.
Central does have 2 timeouts remaining as the clock will stop at 3 minutes, 3 seconds to go, as Sanchez was forced out of bounds on a 36-yard line after a nice 16-yard pickup.
The Spartans have been running a hurry-up for the most part this evening.
But now they are getting the play called in from the sideline, sent in by Ardianis.
It's really good. 1st and 10.
I'm not sure why the clock started again, but it has.
Because we're in Holtville and they can. Sanchez on the counter, hands it off to Ramirez. There's a flag on the play. It's going to come back. Ramirez turns it upfield, gets a couple of yards down the far sideline, but I believe that you're going to have another hold here.
Yeah, every time Ramirez has carried the football tonight on any kind of a sweep or crackback, we've got the Finney flag thrown. So Central's adapted that play. They've got that one down. That's about the 5th time they've called that.
Let's see, holding against the Spartans.
And he didn't need the hold, John.
Yeah, that ball's going all the way back to the 23-yard line, so that'll actually be a 13-yard spot foul because it was 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, bringing up now 1st and 23.
3:36 to play in the first half. Holtville leads Centro 10-7. Now they're playing Buena up tight.
And they do have a safety over on this side as well.
Back to pass, Sanchez. Look, chase out of the pocket. Another flag. It's going to be another hold. Sanchez hits away from the scrum and is spun down at the 26-yard line. But again, the offensive lineman holding, trying to get some protection for Sanchez.
And there's the call. And so now, and this flag is well in the backfield of the Spartans. So this could put Centro back near the 10-yard line, if not inside the 10.
Holding against Central. You know, I'm glad we don't have Gene Martin mic'd. You know, he'd be talking the whole time.
They're marching the football back. It looks like they're going to place it on about the 11-yard line. That's another 12-yard penalty.
So
let's be 1st and 35.
That's a long way.
Holtville now with 4 players back standing on the 25-yard line, so their 2 safeties and corners are very deep.
Balbuena wide on the right side, double wide on the left side. Now they pick up double coverage on Balbuena. Back to pass, firing it in and out. Oh, it's deflected, and Valenzuela gets the deflection, and he'll lose yardage on the completion, but it deflected off of the intended receiver. Valenzuela happened to be standing there,
which from the Central standpoint was very fortuitous, because if a Holtville player has that football on the 10-yard line, it's going to be a walk in the end zone.
It'll be a loss of about a yard on the completion.
And the first pass completed tonight to a player other than Balbuena. Sanchez now is 6 for 6.
Clock runs, 1:30 to play. Spartans have it. 2nd and 36 yards to go. Holtville takes a timeout. We will. 1:26 to play. Holtville 10, Central 7.
Pico Market is under new ownership. Did you know? Yeah, don't worry. They kept the butcher, and it's still the best carne asada in town. Carne asada, pollo asada, steaks, and more. Groceries, snacks, soda, beer, liquor, they have it all at Pico Market. And if you spend $50, you get a free bag of ice. And on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, buy 1 pound of chicken, get another pound free. Only at Pico Market, 802 West Pico Avenue in El Centro. They're under new ownership. Same great carne asada. Pico Market.
If you know Jason Jackson, you know he's a hands-on person who gets involved and has been an El Centro City Council member for the past 9 years. Yes, Jason Jackson is running again and wants your vote for re-election. His leadership makes a difference, and he's proven himself that he's the right person once again to be an El Centro City Council member. His slogan has always been experience, leadership, service, and community support. On November 3rd, please re-elect Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jason Jackson, El Centro City Council 2020.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill would like to say thank you to their customers for supporting them during this time. They're doing their best to serve you your favorite Mexican dishes with curbside service. From enchiladas to chile rellenos, they're doing it all. Open weekdays 11 to 5, Saturdays 9 to 3, and Sundays 8 to 2. Closed Tuesdays. Call and place your order. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 760-353-6450. That's 353-6450.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230. KXO El Centro.
You are listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at kxoradio.com.
Central Spartans will come out 2nd and 36. That's a long way to go, John.
With 1:26 to go here in the first half.
They are spread all over the place.
As is the Holtville defense with 4 deep backs.
Back to pass, Sanchez has time, fires it downfield, and it is taken away by Balbuena.
Balbuena went higher, then broke the tackle. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, 10, touchdown. Joseph Balbuena, at about the 45-yard line, took the ball away from the defender, who had it in his hands, and then broke a tackle at the 50 and went on into the end zone for the score. So that's only a 91-yarder. I mean, that's going to hurt his average.
He had one of those last week against Santa Fe Christian, but don't fault the defense of the Holtville Vikings. They had 4 players back there, and Balbuena was just an athletic play, made the catch, broke the tackles, and then once he got going, there was no one that's going to catch him.
6'1", 170-pound Joseph Balbuena takes the ball out of the hands of the receiver, the defender rather. The kick is up. The kick is good. 1:11 to play. And our score, it is Centro 14. The Holtville Vikings right now have 10.
Hello.
For RV service, go to El Centro RV Service and Supply, corner of Dogwood and Ross Avenue in El Centro. Don't let an RV issue dampen your spirits or your plans. They work on most RVs and trailers, even working with manufacturer warranties. Mobile service is available too. For your next RV repair, call El Centro RV Service and Supply, 760-352-2394. That's 352-2394. Or stop at the corner of Dogwood and Ross in El Centro.
Baja Farms in Holtville has been farming for many years and takes pride in what they've accomplished with their operation. It has enabled them to support their communities and support youth of Imperial Valley from FFA to 4-H, youth sports, and academics. Baja Farms hopes to continue this for many years. And here's a message from your friends at Baja Farms. During these trying times, be safe, stay healthy, and God bless America.
Hacienda Snack Bar in Brawley, your catering specialist, has had to make some adjustments due to COVID-19. They've been offering carry-out with daily specials Monday through Friday. Monday is barbacoa with rice and beans. Tuesday is tri-tip and boneless barbecue chicken. How about Wednesday? Your choice, meatloaf or chicken fried steak. Thursday is Mario's choice. And Friday, it's steak and shrimp. To order your plate, call Hacienda Snack Bar, 760-344-5542. That's 344-5542. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. and serving lunch specials from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
It's classic high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, on the KXO YouTube channel, and on the World Wide Web. Tonight's matchup, the Holtville Vikings, the Central Spartans, was featured October 13th, 2014.
And we are live on AM 1230 KXO. Guzman kicks it high, kicks it deep. And at the 1-yard line, it's fielded out to the 15 to the 20. There's the seam at the 30. Cuts across the 40 to the 45 to the 46-yard line. Another great return, David Rodriguez. We've seen him do that before, John.
And Julio Rodriguez, the defensive stalwart for the Spartans, saved another touchdown. As the Holtville Vikings, that was a different return than we saw the success they had against the Eagles of Southwest. That was right up the middle.
And that's where the blocking was, and the safety for the Spartans, that was the last chance, and he did make the tackle.
And that's the difference between not kicking the ball in the end zone. It's 26 extra yards. As the ball would have been on the 20, it's now on the 46. Holtville with 1:03 to go, but only one timeout.
Spread formation, single setback. Munoz hands off right up the middle. That's good for about a 9-yard gain.
The clock will continue to run, though. He's short of the first down.
And Edwards on that run. Josh Edwards, a junior, 5'7", 150. Second and 2. 40 seconds to play.
Excellent run by the senior from Holtville.
Munoz loses the football on the exchange from center. Let's see who's got it.
Looks like, I believe Munoz was able to fall on Centro's point, and it's their ball.
And it is. The officials say it's Centro's ball. 23 seconds to play in the first half.
Jaden Sanchez on the cover.
Sanchez recovers the fumble. So it'll be 1st and 10 Spartans. Now, John, do you think it might be Sanchez and Balbuena and something in the playbook here?
Well, I would imagine the Holtville's probably going to have 3 or 4 players back, not just 15 yards deep, but maybe even standing near the goal line. That last play, when Balbuena scored a 91-yard touchdown pass, he was covered, and it looked like the ball was going to be intercepted, and Balbuena just made an athletic play. As
we're trying to get the clock adjusted.
Yeah, there's something going on with the time. Not sure if they're going to add on time, take off time, but Central's meeting on the sidelines with their coach. Coach Smith is out on the 50-yard line.
They added a couple of seconds. And it'll be Spartan football, 1st and 10.
Right on their own 47-yard line.
Yeah. Hey, number 0 on the far side did not come all the way across.
Balbuena basically uncovered on the right side. The pitch is back to Ramirez. He fires downfield for Balbuena. He's open, but it's just overthrown. Just out of his fingertips. Balbuena was all alone. Nobody picked him up.
Well, the Holtville Vikings certainly respect Ramirez's ability to run, and so they bit on the play, came up. Balbuena ran right by the safety, but Ramirez not quite the same touch as Sanchez, and he threw it about 5 yards too far. We've seen that play in the past. This time it looked like they could have some success. All that did was take about 6 seconds off the clock, and Central now has 2nd and 10 from the 47. First incompleted pass of the evening for the Spartans. It was thrown by Ramirez, not Sanchez, the quarterback.
Sanchez. Double wide. Slot right, slot left. Ramirez turns it upfield, looking for Ramirez downfield and overthrows him. The plan was to get Ramirez underneath the zone. He was there. The ball was overthrown.
Ramirez was open. The problem is Ramirez isn't wearing number 14. It seems like Sanchez can get 14 whenever he wants to, as Balbuena already has on the night 6 catches. And that was a very well-designed play. Central did have Ramirez in the open field with only one defensive player to beat.
Let's give you an update. Second quarter score, Palo Verde 14, Calapat 6. Snap back to Sanchez, looking, chase down the middle, and it's in and out of the hands of Balbuena, and then in and out of the hands of Manye, who was playing center field. So kind of like button, who's got the button, and nobody ends up with it.
Yeah, that ball falls to the ground. Central back again, 47, 4th down now, 4th and 10. So they've run about 16 seconds off the clock on this drive. All passes incomplete, of course, stop the clock. So Holtville, with 11 seconds to go, look like they're going to get this football back. Ramirez is the up back again in this punt formation. We would not expect him to receive the snap this time.
Snap is back. Kick is away. Angled towards the sideline, but it goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings will come out. They'll have 6 seconds to put the ball in play. We've got 6 seconds in the first half. It is Central 14 and the Holtville Vikings 10.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list just goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Ubaldo Bermudez is a local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Ubaldo is here to help. Stop by Allstate agent Ubaldo Bermudez's office today at 425 Desert Garden Drive in El Centro. Are you in good hands? Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Aten Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Aten Express is your one-stop convenience store at corner of Highway 86 and Aten Road in Imperial.
Open 24 hours a day for your convenience.
There is nothing better than great customer service. Company that can help you with your projects, answer your questions, and provide you with the right material to get the job done. Imperial Trusted Lumber Company in Imperial takes pride in doing just that for the homeowner or contractor. They even deliver valley-wide. Imperial Trusted Lumber carrying hardware supplies from lumber, concrete, windows, and doors to nuts and bolts. Everything a contractor or homeowner might need. Stop by today, 701 East 2nd Street in Imperial.
And the Vikings, 6 seconds. They have the ball on the 20-yard line following the punt. Munoz has an empty backfield. Trips on the left side. Munoz drops back. Chased out of the pocket, turns it upfield. And the first half comes to an end as he picks up 10 yards on the quarterback draw. At the half, our score, it is Centro 14, Holtville 10.
For the past months, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial has been offering curbside pickup, and they will continue until they are able to open indoors. You can still get your favorite Mexican food, like special quesadillas, carne asada and pollo asada burritos, taco plates, and more. In fact, their menu is huge, and the food is outstanding. To place your order, call El Zarape restaurant at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Curbside pickup only.
The Central Union Adult School is ready to support your adult learning goals. We are the first choice for adults seeking to complete their high school diploma or wanting to learn English. We offer the GED, the high school equivalency test, and our own high school diploma program. Contact our office for registration information, 760-312-7050, or look us up online and on Facebook.
Do you need printing? Do you need it as soon as possible? The UPS Store, 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro has you covered. Their print and graphic design department can help you get the word out with many printing options. Business cards, vinyl banners, flyers of any size. And they print social distancing signs for your business or event. Right now, the UPS Store at 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro is offering 500 free black and white flyers to local businesses affected by COVID-19. Offer expires December 31st, 2020. And of course, the UPS Store will assist you in all your shipping needs. The UPS Store, 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
It's classic high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, on the KXO YouTube channel, and on the World Wide Web. Tonight's matchup, the Holtville Vikings, the Central Spartans, was featured October 13th, 2014.
We are at the half at Holtville High School, the Holtville Vikings and the Central Spartans on AM 1230 KXO. I'm Carol Buckley, John Driffel in the booth with me. Actually, we're on top of the booth. Gabe Moose is our producer-engineer in the studios. Technical assistance provided by Kurt Hoffman. You can listen online at kxoradio.com. The Holtville Vikings started the party off tonight. The opening kickoff took forever. They went 80 yards on 16 plays, 13 on the ground, 3 of 3 passing by Munoz. The touchdown, that was a pass from Munoz to David Rodriguez from 15 yards out. The point after was good. The Vikings scored again with 3:15 to play in the second quarter. As 4 plays, 2 on the ground, 0 for 1 passing for Munoz. And the field goal from 45 yards out. 45-yard field goal by Abraham Mendez, the senior. And, at that point, it was 10-7 because the Spartans had put up an 80-yard scoring drive of their own. They went 80 yards on 9 plays, 5 on the ground, 4 of 4 in the passing department. And the touchdown, it was Sanchez, the quarterback, on a draw play, quarterback draw, went 9 yards for the touchdown. The point after by Guzman was good. And then the Spartans go 90 yards on 3 plays, 1 on the ground, 2 of 2 passing for Sanchez. The pass, that was Sanchez to Joseph Balbuena, went 91 yards as Balbuena went high took it out of the hands of the defender who was in front of him and broke a tackle about 5 yards further down and carried it into the end zone 91 yards. John Griffith's got some halftime stats for you coming up. Stay tuned to AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
It's classic high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, on the KXO YouTube channel, and on the World Wide Web. Tonight's matchup, the Holtville Vikings, the Central Spartans, was featured October 13th, 2014.
Pico Market is under new ownership. Did you know? Yeah, don't worry. They kept the butcher, and it's still the best carne asada in town. Carne asada, pollo asada, steaks, and more. Groceries, snacks, soda, beer, liquor, they have it all at Pico Market. And if you spend $50, you get a free bag of ice. And on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, buy 1 pound of chicken, get another pound free. Only at Pico Market, 802 West Pico Avenue in El Centro. They're under new ownership. Same great carne asada. Pico Market.
If you know Jason Jackson, you know he's a hands-on person who gets involved and has been an El Centro City Council member for the past 9 years. Yes, Jason Jackson is running again and wants your vote for re-election. His leadership makes a difference, and he's proven himself that he's the right person once again to be an El Centro City Council member. His slogan has always been experience, leadership, service, and community support. On November 3rd, please re-elect Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jason Jackson, El Centro City Council, 2020.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill would like to say thank you to their customers for supporting them during this time. They're doing their best to serve you your favorite Mexican dishes with curbside service. From enchiladas to chile rellenos, they're doing it all. Open weekdays 11 to 5, Saturdays 9 to 3, and Sundays 8 to 2. Closed Tuesdays. Call and place your order. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 760-353-6450. That's 353-6450.
The halftime stats for you. John, what do they look like?
Well, the most important stat is Central is ahead at this point, this juncture of the game, 14-10, and Central will receive the second half kick. Holtville ran the ball 20 times from scrimmage in the first half for 57 yards. Edmund, their quarterback, Esteban Munoz, was 5 for 6 for 90 yards. So Holtville very respectable, 147 first half yards. They had 9 first downs. That's a lot of first downs, but they also had 2 big turnovers. Both of them were fumbles. One was recovered by the Spartans, Joaquin Bejarano, and the second fumble was recovered by Jaden Sanchez. And Jaden is starting tonight, filling in for Justin Velasquez, who's injured. So Holtville, 147 total yards, 9 first down, but 2 big turnovers. Central, meanwhile, has only rushed the ball 9 times from scrimmage, but for 68 yards, so that's more than 7 yards per attempt. 7 for 10 tonight. Pete Sanchez himself is 6 for 9. 1 pass attempt was by Angel Ramirez. 7 for 9 is Sanchez. 1 by Ramirez was incomplete. But that gives Central 150 yards through the air. 218 total first half yards. That is a lot. 6 first downs for Central, but again, when you score a touchdown on a 90-yard touchdown pass, it only counts as 1 first down. We'll be back and look at the individual statistics after this.
For RV service, go to El Centro RV Service and Supply, corner of Dogwood and Ross Avenue in El Centro. Don't let an RV issue dampen your spirits or your plans. They work on most RVs and trailers, even working with manufacturer warranties. Mobile service is available too. For your next RV repair, call El Centro RV Service and Supply, 760-352-2394. That's 352-2394. Or stop at the corner of Dogwood and Ross in El Centro.
Baja Farms in Holtville has been farming for many years and takes pride in what they've accomplished with their operation. It has enabled them to support their communities and support youth of Imperial Valley from FFA to 4-H, youth sports, and academics. Baja Farms hopes to continue this for many years. And here's a message from your friends at Baja Farms. During these trying times, be safe, stay healthy, and God bless America.
Hacienda Snack Bar in Brawley, your catering specialist, has had to make some adjustments due to COVID-19. They've been offering carry-out with daily specials Monday through Friday. Monday is barbacoa with rice and beans. Tuesday is tri-tip and boneless barbecue chicken. How about Wednesday? Your choice, meatloaf or chicken fried steak. Thursday is Mario's choice. And Friday, it's steak and shrimp. To order your plate, call Hacienda Snack Bar, 760-344-5542. That's 344-5542. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. and serving lunch specials from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
It's classic high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, on the KXO YouTube channel, and on the World Wide Web. Tonight's matchup, the Holtville Vikings, the Central Spartans, was featured October 13th, 2014.
Holtville High School, we're at the half. The Central Spartans are leading the Holtville Vikings 14-10. We mentioned that Holtville had 20 rushes for 57 yards in the first half, and this is how they did that individually. First, with one carry, David Rodriguez had no yards. Their quarterback, Esteban Munoz, 9 carries for 28 yards. Also being active in the first half, Josh Edward with 5 carries for 17 yards. Josh Merton had 2 carries for 4 yards. And Brandon Abadi had 3 carries for 8 yards. So you can see that the 57 yards is spread out through 5 different ball carriers, and that's how Holtville likes to run this offense that they run. The 5 for 6 completed passes by Munoz. One completed pass was to Christian Gonzalez for 20 yards. Two passes were completed to Bryce Bolin for 53 yards. And 2 passes were also completed to David Rodriguez. The most important one was a 15-yard touchdown. The other one went for 2 yards, giving Bryce Bolin 17-yard reception in the first half with that one very big touchdown. We'll be back and take a look at what Central has done after this.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list just goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Ubaldo Bermudez is a local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Ubaldo is here to help. Stop by Allstate agent Ubaldo Bermudez's office today at 425 Desert Garden Drive in El Centro. Are you in good hands? Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Aten Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Aten Express is your one-stop convenience store at corner of Highway 86 and Aten Road in Imperial.
Open 24 hours a day for your convenience.
There is nothing better than great customer service. Company that can help you with your projects, answer your questions, and provide you with the right material to get the job done. Imperial Trusted Lumber Company in Imperial takes pride in doing just that for the homeowner or contractor. They even deliver valley-wide. Imperial Trusted Lumber carrying hardware supplies from lumber, concrete, windows, and doors to nuts and bolts. Everything a contractor or homeowner might need. Stop by today, 701 East 2nd Street in Imperial.
It's classic high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, on the KXO YouTube channel, and on the World Wide Web. Tonight's matchup, the Holtville Vikings, the Central Spartans, was featured October 13th, 2014.
We are at the half at Holtville, where the Holtville Vikings are trailing the Central Spartans 14-10. We mentioned that Holtville has 57 rushing yards, 90 passing yards for 147 total yards. Central, meantime, has 9 rushes for 68 yards, and that is spread out among 4 different ball carriers. Angel Ramirez has 4 carries for 45 yards, so that's better than 11 yards per rush attempt. With 1 carry was Artie Yanis for a -3 yards, tackling the backfield on a sweep. The quarterback, the sophomore, Pete Sanchez, has run 3 times from scrimmage for 25 yards, and one of those scrimmage runs was a 9-yard touchdown run. Also getting 1 carry was Joaquin Bejarano for 1 yard, but Joaquin showed up on the other side of the football when he had that big fumble recovery when the Vikings were moving the football. Central's quarterbacks are 7 for 10. 0 for 1 was Angel Ramirez on a quarterback option halfback pass, so that would
lead 9 attempts and 7 completions for Pete Sanchez. Sanchez has completed those 7 passes among 2 players. One was on a deflection that Brian Valenzuela actually caught on a deflection and was tackled for a 1-yard loss. And then on the other end, we have Joseph Balbuena. He has caught 6 passes for 151 yards and 1 touchdown. This after last week when he had those 2 long touchdown pass receptions of 91 and 87 yards. So 2 fine weeks so far for Joseph Balbuena. As we mentioned, the Central Spartans will be receiving the second half kick as they lead 14-10 at the half, and we'll be back with more.
For the past months, El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial has been offering curbside pickup, and they will continue until they are able to open indoors. You can still get your favorite Mexican food, like special quesadillas, carne asada and pollo asada burritos, taco plates, and more. In fact, their menu is huge, and the food is outstanding. To place your order, call El Zarape Restaurant at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Curbside pickup only.
Are you in need of your high school diploma? The Central Union Adult School offers the GED, the High School Equivalency Test, and our own 135-credit high school diploma program for adults aged 18 and up. We are also your locally authorized Pearson and ETS testing center. And coming this fall, we are offering GRE testing as well. Call us at 760-312-7050 or visit us at cuhsd.net or on Facebook.
Do you need printing? Do you need it as soon as possible? The UPS Store, 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro has you covered. Their print and graphic design department can help you get the word out with many printing options. Business cards, vinyl banners, flyers of any size. And they print social distancing signs for your business or event. Right now, the UPS Store at 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro is offering 500 free black and white flyers to local businesses affected by COVID-19. Offer expires December 31st, 2020. And of course, the UPS Store will assist you in all your shipping needs. The UPS Store, 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
It's high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California, and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com. We're getting ready for the second half kickoff. The Central Spartans, the Holtville Vikings. It seemed to me, John, the Spartans made some adjustments on the fly in the first half. And the Vikings as well. And at halftime, going to make some more adjustments. And what do you see coming up here?
Well, I certainly know that the passing of Balbuena was discussed in the Holtville locker room. I'm sure that the Central Spartans were talking about how to continue to handle that option that Esteban Munoz runs so well. Charles, you mentioned that Imperial's off, and that's a good tie-in for next week. We will be
in Imperial, the Central Spartans and the Imperial Tigers. And John and I will be in Imperial for that game next Friday night. And what else is going on next Friday night? Well, next Friday night, these Holtville Vikings will entertain Crawford. That game will be on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com. Daryl Fechtel will be handling the broadcast chores there. We're sorry that we couldn't get together with Daryl tonight, but his duties here at the high school prevented that. But again, next week we will be live on AM 1230 KXO and on the World Wide Web, KXORadio.com, and the Holtville Vikings also live on the web at KXORadio.com. So it'll be a doubleheader going on at the same time.
And Carol, last year, Crawford is a team that Holtville beat in the CIF championship game after previously losing to Crawford 14-7. The only team that beat Holtville last year was that Crawford team that they play next week.
There goes the kickoff. It'll be deep, and it'll be fielded in the end zone. And Valenzuela with a foot in the end zone. That means it'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans. They will put it in play.
And Mendez is showing off a little bit that time. He didn't kick the ball straight down the field. He actually angled it over to the sideline that added about another 10, 15 yards to the flight of the football. No problem, still in the end zone.
Well, he kept it away from Ramirez, and that's why he kicked it to Valenzuela. Needless to say, Valenzuela is a bit of a threat himself.
Okay, Central up with the pistol formation still. Valbuena split wide out to the right. Pete Sanchez in the shotgun formation.
Sanchez hands off. It is Ramirez in the middle. Ramirez will get maybe a yard. Ramirez from the slot cut across the backfield, took the handoff.
It almost looked like the Holtville defensive line was in the huddle as they knew exactly what was coming, and they were able to stuff Ramirez right at the last scrimmage. His power was able to pull forward for a yard.
Got 1 yard on the carry. 2nd and 9. Valbuena comes out wide on the right side.
Ardiana split wide out to the left.
Snap back, Sanchez rolling to his right, looking for Valbuena. He'll keep the ball as Valbuena was covered. And a big hit draws some oohs and ahs from the crowd. And he'll go down at the 27-yard line. It's pickup of 6.
Sanchez is a tough kid. He started this year on the JV, brought up to the varsity, and has performed, obviously, with Valbuena, performed very well in his last 2 starts.
It'll be 3rd and about 4.
Is this where you just take the snap and throw it straight to Valbuena on the sidelines?
Well, unless you play him, directly in his face, he's got the first down.
And they've done that. They've just put a linebacker right on him with the safety deep, and we have a stop and play as the whistles blow, and we have a false start against the Spartans.
Spartans making mistakes tonight. Penalized heavily in the first half. It's a little bit late in the year. Most of the penalties in the first half against the Spartans were for holding. And again, it's late in the year. Shouldn't be doing that.
This will bring up now 3rd and long, as the Holtville defense is what they've done is they've taken a linebacker and put him right on Valbuena, and then the safety comes over here to the same side. So you actually have 2 players now covering Valbuena.
That takes away that just stop pattern that was good for 5 and 8 yards at a time. Sanchez rolling to his left. He fires downfield. Valbuena was behind the receiver, but he was covered. And that forced Sanchez to throw it over his head. It was a Flores on the coverage.
And we saw what has been so successful for Valbuena is he runs even with the defensive back, and then he turns it up right at the end and reaches out and makes the catch. That time he just couldn't quite get to the football, but good defensive coverage. The team got him covered, and then right at the last he burst with a nice little burst of speed and was able to beat the defensive back. Football was overthrown.
4th and 7 on formation. Snap back. Guzman gets it away. Another high booming punt. Fielded at the 40. Looking for some running room, and then tries to pivot and goes down is David Rodriguez. Good coverage by the Spartans. And on the coverage there, Jonathan Ahumada. Also providing coverage was Bejarano.
And not only does Guzman kick the ball far, but he kicks it high, and he gives those 3 cover men a chance to get downfield, and there's just no place for the return man to go.
1st and 10. Vikings. They trail 14-10. Spot the ball on the 39-yard line.
Central's first possession in the second half, 3 and out. Let's see what Holtville's got in mind.
Munoz. Single setback. Munoz on the option. Will hand it in the middle, and tough sledding.
Julio Rodriguez read that play well. Munoz did let the fullback carry the football.
Josh Edwards, and he didn't get much. He picked up close to 3, actually. I didn't think he got quite that much, John.
Well, Rodriguez wrapped him up and then threw him forward for a nice 3-yard gain.
Thank you very much. 2nd and 7.
You mentioned the pink socks some of the players wearing, but we haven't mentioned the pink undershirt that Esteban Munoz is sporting tonight.
Trips on the right side. Munoz takes it inside, bounces it outside, turns it upfield. He's got a first down as he crosses the 50 into Spartan territory and out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Munoz with a little bit of speed there.
The Central had that play defense, and one of the defensive linebackers had the angle, but Munoz showed a good burst of speed and beat him to the corner and turned upfield. Picked up the first down here in the second half.
By the way, Dr. Farid is on the sidelines, prowling the sidelines. Let's hope we don't need him, but it's always good to see him here.
14-yard pickup for Munoz on his first carry here in the second half.
1st and 10, trips on the left side. That's the wide side.
And one player uncovered. The Central has 2 defensive backs over here.
One of the wide receivers moved, but he got set before the snap. Good no call. He moved, but then he reset.
First down on the carry. Yeah, we will see if Holtville decides to come back, because I'm sure their coaches up here saw that they had a player uncovered. But and this is what this run offense does for you. It looks like the players tackle right at the last scrimmage, and they set the ball down, and he's picked up 2.5, 3 yards. That one went for 2 yards.
You give him forward progress. 2nd and 8. Let's reset the alignment. Double wide on the right side. Single setback. Munoz under center. With the snap, and the handoff is to Josh Merton.
Second straight carry for Merton, and this time he had a little more running room. Took it down to the 38-yard line, picked up a 4.
Okay, Merton did something that I was guilty of, I think, every time I touched the ball. He cut to the outside. Natural instinct is to take it to the outside. He had a lane to the inside. And it's only the really great running backs that visualize that, because your natural instinct is to cut outside.
Right, that play was designed to go inside. That's between the 2 guards in the center, and but he did pick up 4 yards.
I can hear Coach Soyson asking me, why did you go that way? Munoz will keep it. Munoz will get it very close to the first down.
Yeah, he's got the first down. He followed Merton, too. He didn't give the ball to Merton. Followed him, too, as an extra blocker. And this will be the second first down here of this drive as Holtville starting the second half, much like they started the first half, marching right down the field. We'll give the quarterback Munoz that time credit with a 6-yard pickup.
Munoz runs this read option quite well, and it takes a smart quarterback who can visualize where the defense is and make the quick decisions as to who's going to get the football. 1st and 10, Vikings on the Spartan 32-yard line. And the handoff on a sweep, cutting it upfield and getting a couple of yards before he is brought down was
Josh Merton once again.
And the tackle there was by Aaron Brown. And also there was, I believe that was Todd Hunt.
Yes, Todd Hunt helped out with the tackle. Brown with the first hit.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Clock continues to move. Under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Holtville has the football in Spartan territory. They trail now. That's the first time we've seen the Vikings do that. One of the Viking offensive linemen thought the snap count was 1, and it was 2.
And we've seen the Vikings get the Spartans to jump several times outside of defense by changing up the count. And that time, Munoz changed up the count, went on 3, and unfortunately the right tackle went on 2, and so now we move the ball back. But as you mentioned, that is the first motion penalty against Holtville tonight.
Very few penalties against the Vikings this evening.
That's a sign of a well-coached team.
It is 2nd and about 14. Back to pass. Munoz looks, pumps, he's hit, drops the football, and the Spartans have it.
Well, I'm not sure yet. One of the Spartans tried to pick it up and run, and he lost it. So let's see who's got it down there at the bottom of the pile. Central can point all they want, but instead of falling on the football, they had a player that tried to pick it up. And everybody's pointing Central way except the officials. And they're saying, no, they haven't said yet. They're talking it over. And then
what they're among the things they're discussing was it an incomplete pass?
Was the motion, and they're not going to give it a pass attempt, but they are going to say that Holtville recovered. Now, that was a fortuitous play for Holtville in the fact that the Central Spartan player didn't fall on it. He tried to pick it up, and then it was knocked out of his hand. But the loss does go back 5 more yards to the 40-yard line. That's going to bring up now 3rd and about 18.
Spotted right on the 40. Is that field goal range?
And now we've got to stop in time.
Officials timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. 6:05 to play in the third quarter. It is Central 14 and the Holtville Vikings 10.
Pico Market is under new ownership. Did you know? Yeah, don't worry. They kept the butcher, and it's still the best carne asada in town. Carne asada, pollo asada, steaks, and more. Groceries, snacks, soda, beer, liquor, they have it all at Pico Market. And if you spend $50, you get a free bag of ice. And on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, buy 1 pound of chicken, get another pound free. Only at Pico Market, 802 West Pico Avenue in El Centro. They're under new ownership. Same great carne asada. Pico Market.
If you know Jason Jackson, you know he's a hands-on person who gets involved and has been an El Centro City Council member for the past 9 years. Yes, Jason Jackson is running again and wants your vote for re-election. His leadership makes a difference, and he's proven himself that he's the right person once again to be an El Centro City Council member. His slogan has always been experience, leadership, service, and community support. On November 3rd, please re-elect Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jason Jackson, El Centro City Council, 2020.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill would like to say thank you to their customers for supporting them during this time. They're doing their best to serve you your favorite Mexican dishes with curbside service. From enchiladas to chile rellenos, they're doing it all. Open weekdays 11 to 5, Saturdays 9 to 3, and Sundays 8 to 2. Closed Tuesdays. Call and place your order. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 760-353-6450. That's 353-6450.
It's classic high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, on the KXO YouTube channel, and on the World Wide Web. Tonight's matchup, the Holtville Vikings, the Central Spartans, was featured October 13th, 2014.
The officials timeout just to explain what the call was, and may not be happy, but accepted the explanation.
Central now with 8 players right up on the line of scrimmage, now dropping back.
3rd and 18. Munoz fires downfield, and it's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Christian Gonzalez. Goes incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down.
We'll see if
there is a flag.
So let's see if this is something that's going to benefit the Vikings. Central is applauding, so I would assume if it's a penalty against the Vikings, the Central Spartans will decline it. It is
holding against the Vikings. It is declined.
And if indeed the Vikings decide to punt here at 4th and 18, this will be the first punt of the evening for the Vikings.
Well, it would be a 57-yard field goal. That would be stretching it a bit.
And they are back in punt formation.
Mendez.
But Josh Edwards, a running back, is the up back blocking, much as Angel Ramirez is for the Spartans.
On a 4th and 18, I'd punt it. Gets it away under a big rush. Short pump that'll go out of bounds.
Kicked it straight out of bounds, not wanting to kick it back to Balbuena.
And nobody blocked the rusher coming from the right, Leo Ramirez. And Ramirez almost got the football.
Still, Central is going to be back inside their 30-yard line. I believe they're going to mark it down on the 26-yard line. So Central will start their second possession here of the half at the 26.
A halftime score. Sweetwater leads Calexico 42-0. So that is halftime.
Yeah, so that game will finish in 24 minutes after when they start the second half, because that will be running clock.
At the half, Palo Verde leads Calapat 22-6. Sanchez hands off and struggling for a couple of yards, and I mean just a couple, too.
I believe that's Baja.
Bejarano, the fullback, picks up a couple. You got to give him the football every once in a while to keep Ramirez not just fresh, but give him a chance.
Yeah, not real proficient on the handoff from the quarterback. Just that play just didn't look good from the execution standpoint. So now it's picking up second and long.
2nd and 10, no gain.
Centro with 3 wideouts to the right side.
That's the wide side. Sanchez looking to the short side, the left side. Chased out of the pocket, turns it upfield. Is across the 40 to the 45, out to the 47-yard line before Sanchez is brought down.
First down of the second half for the Spartans as Sanchez doing his imitation of Esteban Munoz. Was able to do some nifty open field running, made some people miss, all the way out to the 46-yard line. Pickup of 19.
So it will be 1st and 10. Spartans, they have it on their own 47-yard line.
Sanchez once again back in the pistol. Right next to him is Bejarano.
Snap back, hands off to, no, he keeps it, takes it to Bejarano, turns it upfield, got a little bit of a room and cuts across the 50 to the 45 down to the 43-yard line.
Excellent block by Brian Valenzuela out here that was able to get the last 4 or 5 yards all the way down inside Viking territory, and it will be another first down for the Spartans. 2 plays, 2 first downs.
This is something we had not seen before, John, with Sanchez running the football.
New dimension that the coaches staff decided to spring here before they go into league against Imperial, and that's what Sanchez was doing on the JV level. He was a dual threat, pass and run.
Snap back, hand off to the deep back, Ramirez. Ramirez crosses the 40 down to the 30 to the 29-yard line. Ramirez was deep and took the deep handoff. Was at full speed when he hit the line of scrimmage and picked up 12 yards.
Centro right up on the line of scrimmage, ready to hike, but the chains aren't set yet. This is Holtville's change crew, so they see no deterrent. We have a timeout on the field. I'm not sure.
Central took the timeout. We'll take timeout with 4:24 to play in the third quarter. Our score, Central 14, Holtville 10.
For RV service, go to El Centro RV Service and Supply, corner of Dogwood and Ross Avenue in El Centro. Don't let an RV issue dampen your spirits or your plans. They work on most RVs and trailers, even working with manufacturer warranties. Mobile service is available too. For your next RV repair, call El Centro RV Service and Supply, 760-352-2394. That's 352-2394. Or stop at the corner of Dogwood and Ross in El Centro.
Baja Farms in Holtville has been farming for many years and takes pride in what they've accomplished with their operation. It has enabled them to support their communities and support youth of Imperial Valley from FFA to 4-H, youth sports, and academics. Baja Farms hopes to continue this for many years. And here's a message from your friends at Baja Farms. During these trying times, be safe, stay healthy, and God bless America.
Hacienda Snack Bar in Brawley, your catering specialist, has had to make some adjustments due to COVID-19. They've been offering carry-out with daily specials Monday through Friday. Monday is barbacoa with rice and beans. Tuesday is tri-tip and boneless barbecue chicken. How about Wednesday? Your choice, meatloaf or chicken fried steak. Thursday is Mario's choice. And Friday, it's steak and shrimp. To order your plate, call Hacienda Snack Bar, 760-344-5542. That's 344-5542. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. and serving lunch specials from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
It's classic high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, on the KXO YouTube channel, and on the World Wide Web. Tonight's matchup, the Holtville Vikings. The Central Spartans was featured October 13th, 2014.
Central Spartans come out there ready to put the ball in play, and it'll be 1st and 10. They have it on the Viking 29-yard line. Pitch back to Ramirez. Ramirez turns it upfield. 1, 2, 3, 4 flags on the field. John, take your pick. Which one do you want?
Every time Ramirez has run a sweep, we've seen flags all over the field. The previous play, they put him in the deep back, the I back, and he burst right up the middle. So that's an excellent job of adjusting by the coaching staff. Holtville, as all opponents against Central so far this year, proved they're ready for 2 when he runs sweeps. And Holtville was certainly ready that time right there. So Central made some adjustments. Holtville is accepting this penalty. It's going to put the ball back all the way to the 44-yard line. So that's a 15-yard penalty.
There were 4 separate flags thrown.
So they just put 4 yards for each one to make it a nice 16-yard penalty. So now Central starts 1st and 25.
Spotted on the 44, the Viking 44. Spartans come out, full house, and stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was Angel Ramirez this time.
Ramirez, he broke out of the pile, but the whistle had blown because his forward progress had stopped. And is there another flag?
I don't believe so. They put the ball, they're waiting for the ball to be right at the original line of scrimmage. So Ramirez will get credit for no yards. And he's saying, well, I never was down, but they said, yes, but you, forward motion will stop. Whistles blown. Let's see now if Central tries to put Sanchez in motion to either pass or run. But Central's back. They've got Sanchez with 2 backs.
It's a strange formation. Sanchez looking, fires downfield. Balbuena is
this was
downfield, and the defender went for the football. He caught it. He intercepted it as Munoz caught it on the ground and just had the coverage on Balbuena. Esteban Munoz made the interception. Great play by Munoz. Caught it flat on his back.
And that will put the Vikings deep in their own territory. They just stop the Central drive as they're going to place it just inside the 10. We'll call it the 9-yard line.
1st and 10. Vikings on the turnover.
First turnover of the evening for the Spartans.
Double wide right, double wide left. Handoff on the counter play.
No room this time.
It'll pick up 2 yards. That's it. They've run that a couple of times, and it may be setting something else up, but so far that hasn't picked up a whole lot of yardage.
Edwards on his second carry here in the 3rd quarter, and they're going to give him about a yard. They maybe a yard and a half.
It is 2nd and 9, just across the 10-yard line. Keep their own territory. The Vikings, Esteban Munoz, the quarterback, single setback. Munoz.
That time he kept it. And he
play action, kept it, tried to set up, and Aaron Brown would have nothing, wouldn't let that happen.
Yeah, favorable spot for Munoz as he was driven back inside the 5-yard line, and they're going to put his forward progress at about the 8, it looks like. So we'll call it just a 2-yard loss. But after that play, 3rd down now and about 12, we'll look for Holtville to run something conservative, although in the past they have fooled us.
Split backs. They're in the end zone. Pitch back, quick punt.
Okay, Central should just get out of the way, and they are.
And the ball bounces at the 30 and will roll down to the 40. So a net about 30 yards on the quick punt. Haven't seen that in a while.
And you certainly don't get a return on a quick punt because there's nobody back to receive it. So excellent play, excellent call by the Holtville coaching staff.
Does that mean we get to see a drop kick next?
Well, let's see. I'm looking around. Was that Doug Fluted into the last one in the history of the NFL?
Let's end it up on the Wheaties box after that.
Central is in excellent field position. Their best field position of the evening as they take over on the Viking 40-yard line.
1st and 10. Spartans, they have the lead, 14-10. Time running out here in the third quarter. And a handoff to Ramirez, nothing inside. He takes it to the outside, cuts upfield across the 30, down to the 25, close to the 20-yard line. No flags.
No, it actually wasn't a reverse or wasn't any kind of sweep. He was running between tackles and he broke it outside. Central wanting to hurry up as the chains are set now. Down on the 23-yard line, 17-yard pickup for Ramirez.
Inside of a minute 30 to play in the third quarter.
Central now with 4 first downs here in this quarter.
Spotted on the 23 of the Vikings.
Balbuena single coverage here on the right.
Snap back, Sanchez on the quarterback draw, right up the middle, and Sanchez will get it down to about the 17-yard line, a pickup of 5.
Obligatory flag is on the play.
And in the backfield, holding. On a quarterback draw, it's hard to believe there would be holding, but they've been holding all night.
Yes, Central's coaching staff needs to figure out who the offending party is and either have a talk with them or perhaps change personnel. Although we mentioned they are down now to third string on some of their positions on the line, starting a sophomore. Actually, 2 sophomores on the line.
Move it back.
2-yard loss, so it'll be 1st and 20 from the 33.
Clock is running.
Central now with 2 wide outs and then a slot formation. Zay Ramirez, he does go in motion.
Turns it upfield and dump it off over the middle, and another big hit. The pass is completed, and that would be completed to A.J. Giannis. Giannis hit immediately. He picks up 8, so that'll be 2nd and 12.
Yeah, big hit, but 8 yards, and Ramirez was open on the sideline, so let's see if we go back to that same formation, same play, and try to get it to Ramirez.
2nd and 12.
The ball right on the 25-yard line.
Sanchez from the pistol. Sanchez looking, fires into the flat, complete to Ramirez. Angel Ramirez pushes through 2 would-be tacklers, but he stepped out of bounds.
Let's see if he stepped out of bounds before he got to the first down marker. It looks like it's going to be a few yards short. But that was the pass to Ramirez that we were looking for because he was open on the previous formation, and he was wide open. They're going to call him a yard short.
3rd and 1.
So they needed to get to the 13. They're on the 14 now. 9-yard pickup on that pitch and catch. Sanchez 2 for 3, 17 yards in this third quarter. The clock will stop because he did go out of bounds. So they will have to get at least one more play off here in the quarter. They are within field goal range of Guzman.
Balbuena on the right side. They pick him up. Wide left, slot left.
And we got movement on both sides, so we'll see. And they're going to call this one on Central. Central looked like they're going to move first.
The slot moved and drew the defender. Illegal procedure against the Spartans. That'll cost them 5 instead of 3rd and 1. We're looking at 3rd and 6 now.
And that will change the play. The play has been sent in now. A.J. Giannis bringing the play in. Sanchez back in the pistol with Bejarano to his left.
Looking, chased out of the pocket. He's hit, but he gets away, dumps it off. It is complete. And down at the 11-yard line, the pass was completed to Jonathan Ahumada, the safety valve.
And Ahumada did pick up the first down. Now it'll be outside the 10, so they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. But excellent play by Sanchez. He kept that play alive. They had Bejarano in the block. He did a good job of blocking, but Holtville blitzed. And there was just more rushers than there was blockers. Excellent play by Sanchez.
And I think this is going to be the end of the third quarter. The clock is running. They may get the play underway. And now the Spartans jump. And That'll be illegal procedure. 2 Spartans were moving. And again, it was a mistake. They missed the snap count.
Yeah, the referees are trying to decide was the quarter over or was the penalty before the quarter, and so now we're getting it. They're going to move it back.
And we showed 2 seconds in the third quarter. The Spartans rushing to the line of scrimmage. They want to get this play underway. The clock starts, and that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3 quarters of play, our score is Centro 14 and the Holtville Vikings 10.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list just goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Ubaldo Bermudez is a local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Ubaldo is here to help. Stop by Allstate agent Ubaldo Bermudez's office today at 425 Desert Garden Drive in El Centro. Are you in good hands? Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Aten Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save a buck with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Aten Express is your one-stop convenience store at corner of Highway 86 and Aten Road in Imperial.
Open 24 hours a day for your convenience.
There is nothing better than great customer service. Company that can help you with your projects, answer your questions, and provide you with the right material to get the job done. Imperial Trusted Lumber Company in Imperial takes pride in doing just that for the homeowner or contractor. They even deliver valley-wide. Imperial Trusted Lumber carrying hardware supplies from lumber, concrete, windows, and doors to nuts and bolts. Everything a contractor or homeowner might need. Stop by today, 701 East 2nd Street in Imperial.
It's classic high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, on the KXO YouTube channel, and on the World Wide Web. Tonight's matchup, the Holtville Vikings, the Central Spartans, was featured October 13th, 2014.
High school football, we're live on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California. The Central Spartans threatening. They have a 14-10 lead. The Spartans trying their hurry-up offense, and unfortunately their hurry-up offense has caused a couple of problems for them as far as procedure here in this current drive. Okay, difference between the shotgun and the pistol, John.
The pistol is a little bit further up, and you have one player back with you.
And dumped off, that's incomplete. Thrown over towards Balbuena. The explanation I got, pistol, is you have a running back behind you. On the shotgun, you've got a running back in front of you, if there is one there. And that was the explanation I got. It's all foreign to me. You know, I'm a single wing type of guy.
Interesting pass. Not sure who Sanchez was throwing to. He kind of threw between 2 receivers. So either one receiver didn't go where he was supposed to, or Sanchez didn't realize, he wasn't going to flank or cut in. He just turned and did a hit, just turned around and expected the ball to come right to him.
Second at about 15.
Ramirez in motion.
Sanchez takes a step, fires, it is complete, and pushed out of bounds is Ramirez. Angel Ramirez will go out of bounds at about the 6-yard line.
10-yard pickup, but it does bring up third down and about 5.
All right, so we need to pick it. 3rd and 5. Last 4 digits.
They can get a first down without scoring. Carol, we just saw Murray Anderson walk by, and it was about 11 months ago when Murray scared us all on that time we went over to San Diego for the championship game. He had that heart situation at IBC. Good to see Murray up and walking around.
And riding. Handoff in the middle, it is Ramirez, and he keeps those legs turning. He'll pick up about 3 very tough yards. He could have easily gone down at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like Centro's going to send in their field goal team here. They're looking at 4th and about 2.5, 3 yards. Ramirez was able to get it down. They're going to spot it on the 3. They need to get it just about to the 1, so we're going to get a field goal attempt here.
Guzman out of the hold of Sanchez.
And this is about as an extra point attempt.
Snap back, kick is up, and ugly kick, and no good.
Yeah, he pulled it to the left, so that's going to not only did it take points away from Centro, but that's going to put the ball out the 20-yard line for the Vikings.
Well, with the missed field goal, the Vikings will take over. They're ready to play. The Vikings a little bit of hurry up on their own right now, John.
But first, Holtville wanted to take over right at the line of scrimmage, but now they properly put the ball out to the 20-yard line. We'll see if that's a momentum changer here with more than 11 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, almost the entire fourth quarter.
The Vikings trail 14-10. They've got 80 yards to go. They've got 11 minutes to do it.
And to start the game, that's exactly what they did. They went 80 yards in about 9 minutes.
Munoz with a single setback. Munoz will follow him into the hole and pick up maybe 2.
And we'll have to wait and see if Munoz had the ball or if he actually gave it off to his up man. Looks like, no, Munoz did keep it. But that time, Centro just gang tackled him for a 1-yard gain. So Centro, give them credit. They have done a nice job after that first drive of reading their reads and figuring out what Holtville's doing and containing pretty much for the last 3 quarters this Holtville offense.
We have a 2nd and 9.
Double wide out to each side of the field for the Vikings and a slot back on the left side.
Munoz will keep it, and there's nothing there again. The Spartans swarmed to the football, and as Munoz tried to make the cut, went down, and it'll be back at the 20, a loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Again, Munoz just had nowhere to go. When he went down, even if he kept his feet, he was going to be tackled. Central had him surrounded.
Well, there were 5 white-shirted Spartans surrounding him.
Yeah, we've seen Munoz do some magical things here and against Southwest, but that time, and perhaps he may even just discretion better part of valor. He just went ahead and went down, realizing there was nothing to gain, nowhere to go.
3rd and 10.
Double wide outs to the left and 1 wide out to the right with the slot back on the right. Slot back goes in motion. We have a whistle and a flag. And usually this is delay of game. Yeah, I was going to say it's not a motion. It's by the back judge, and it's delay of game.
That's Juan Leal who dropped that flag.
And Juan has ties to both these schools, as he was athletic director at Centro and a vice principal here at Holtville.
He's a pretty good catcher in high school. I remember umpiring him.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And now we're going to have timeout by the Vikings.
And timeout on the field, 9:29 to play in the football game. It is Central 14 and the Holtville Vikings 10.
Hi, I'm Kristen Ostrom.
15. On their own 15, Munoz looks over the defense.
Taking this one from the tee.
Takes a snap, drops back, looks, fires deep downfield, got a man open, but it's intercepted.
Well, let's see if they say no. They say that hit the ground.
Lost it when he went down.
Yeah, back on the defensive side for the Spartans was Aaron Brown. We've certainly called his name enough. Now, there is a penalty flag back where the ball was passed. Let's see if there was a hit after the fact that's going to go against the Spartans or if there's a hold. Looks like the officials are talking to the Spartans, so the Spartans will decline this penalty. I'm sure me bringing up 4th and 15. As the flag is sitting right at the 11-yard line, and it is a hold against the Vikings, so Central will decline that, and this will bring up a punting situation.
The fourth quarter score, it's Sweetwater 49, Calexico nothing. 4th and 15 from his own end zone. It's Abraham Mendez. He's heading actually on the goal line.
Need a good snap here. Central not rushing.
takes his time, gets it away, a boomer, and Angel Ramirez will watch it bounce at the 45, and then he'll pick it up at the 35 and be dropped at the 30. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that time Angel kind of outsmarted himself. Holtville pulled up as the ball was rolling dead, and so it is still alive. He can go grab it, but the rest of the Holtville Vikings had not quit on the play, and there was 4 or 5 of them down there. Nowhere for Ramirez to go. Actually was credited with a 5-yard return loss.
So it'll be 1st and 10. The Spartans on their own 30-yard line.
Nice 55-yard punt to get your team out of trouble.
Tonight, it's Holtville and Centro. Sweetwater is hosting Calexico, Palo Verde and Calapat. That's it for high school football in the Valley tonight. Pete Sanchez takes the snap, looks, fakes, sticks it under his elbow and runs forward. Picks up a couple of yards, but there's flags on the play again. And Manje on the tackle.
It's holding against Central. Holtville has a chance to decide. Is what happened is Sanchez was supposed to take a quick snap and pass to Ramirez in the flank, and he saw that it was covered, so he just decided, I'm going to run up the middle. And unfortunately for Central, as we've seen so often tonight, they were detected for a hold, and the ball is going to be put back to the 21-yard line, a 9-yard loss.
Spotted on the 21.
1st and 19.
Stays first down. 9:06 in this football game. Central 14. Holtville 10.
And the leading ground gainer tonight may be the holding penalty. We've had many of them called.
Sanchez. Sanchez rolling to his right, looking downfield, looking, pumps, fires, and incomplete. It was thrown into double coverage. The intended receiver was Jonathan Almada, and down deep coverage by the Vikings has been very good tonight.
Right, after that long touchdown pass. And again, they had people back there. They just didn't make the play when Central threw that long 91-yard strike. At that time, there was a couple players back there. Ubaldo was turned around, so he probably wasn't going to be able to get to the football. We'll see if Central decides to have a chat with Sanchez and say, look, when you see that looking downfield, just take it and run. He had a little bit of space. Certainly wasn't going to gain 19 yards, but he did have some space.
Well, the Spartans don't want to stop the clock. They shouldn't want to stop the clock. They have a lead. It's only a 4-point lead.
Right, their defense has been playing well, but this Holtville offense is very explosive.
Sanchez, ball dribbles back to him. He picks it up, fires downfield, and misses Valenzuela. Valenzuela split the seam on the zone, and Sanchez couldn't hit him.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Spartans, that would have been a touchdown. That's exactly the same pass pattern that the Holtville Vikings ran in the first quarter that picked up about 60 yards, put them down in scoring range. And for whatever reason, the pass just wasn't connected. Valenzuela was running loose and free, and unless some of those backs for Holtville is faster than he is, he would have gone all the way to the end zone.
3rd and 19.
The clock does stop on the incompletion.
And a little play action. It's dumped off to Angel Ramirez. He breaks one tackle, breaks another, cuts it outside. He's at the 40, the 50, the 40, 30, 40.
This is going to come back. This is going to come back to the
way behind the play. There's 3 flags on the field, way behind the play. Bonehead play by the Spartans.
And let's give credit to the Holtville Vikings, Brandon Abadi. Because what he did was he was trailing the play. He saw that he was going to get blocked by one of the Spartan wide receivers, and so he just stopped, and the wide receiver just ran right into his back and knocked him down. We do have a Holtville Viking shaking up back here on a very nice crackback block, legal block by the Central Spartans. But let's get Brandon Abadi. Not sure if he meant to do that, but I'm going to say that he did because he saw that he had no chance to make the tackle. He saw the player coming in to line him up, and he stopped, and the player ran right up his back.
So a 79-yard touchdown is negated
It should be enough, though, for a first down. We'll have to wait and see where they're going to finally spot the football.
It'll be a first down as the penalty was called at the 47-yard line. They can, let's see.
And when the Spartans look at film tomorrow and Monday, they can see, hey, when the guy's running, don't chase him, just stop, because that was a very good heads-up play, and it will be a first down by a yard.
Yep, by that much.
So because of the penalty, we're going to have to credit that as a pass catch, which actually was a 5-yard pass and a nice run that put it out on the 42-yard line, so a 21-yard pass and catch
instead of a 79-yard touchdown.
And let's see if Centro comes back to that play again. The clock should start up because that was a completed pass.
And handoff is Ramirez. He loses the football, but he was already down.
Yeah, he was bounced about 3 times off the ground. The ball finally came out. Up running by Ramirez to pick up a yard.
Braden Abadi on the tackle.
And that's the same Braden Abadi who just saved the touchdown with his heads-up play, allowed himself to be clipped in the back.
2nd and 9. 8 minutes to play in this football game. The Spartans lead it 14-10.
And let's give credit to the coaching staff for coaching their players to do such things like that to help stop a big play.
Wide right, wide left, slot right, slot left. In motion goes Ramirez. Looking for Ramirez, but Sanchez will keep it, fires downfield, and he overthrows Giannis, the intended receiver Giannis, that beat the coverage, and Sanchez just couldn't get him the football. But there are no flags.
Ramirez went in motion, and so the whole Holtville defense went to the left with him. Meanwhile, Giannis was sprinting down the sidelines all by himself, completely uncovered on the right defensive side of the Vikings. And Sanchez, we can see a sophomore. He's missed some passes tonight, obviously made some. But I think Central has some bright things in the future with Sanchez back there at quarterback.
Well, one of the good things about sophomores is usually they become juniors and then seniors. It is 3rd and 9.
Bejarano back with Sanchez in the backfield.
Ramirez goes in motion, looking to dump it off to Ramirez, but there's flags as Sanchez tries to turn it upfield. He'll be dropped for about a 5-yard loss, but let's see what the flags are about. It should be a hold.
If they're in the same position we've seen all night where Central has been called for holding, Holtville will probably decline this because there was a loss, and there's a hold against Central.
So a 5-yard sack of Sanchez, and that'll bring up 4th and about 15. 4th and 14.
Central now will punt, and once again we see that touchdown negated. Holtville still in this game with 7:37 to play, within a touchdown of taking the lead. Let's see if Guzman kicks it away or tries to aim it away from the return man.
Guzman kicks it to the right, and it'll bounce at the 35 and go out of bounds. Somewhere over around the, see where they mark it, about the 14.
Excellent punt by Guzman as he did angle the ball away. No chance to return it. As the Vikings had David Rodriguez back, and he comes limping. So maybe he
limped back to field the football. They'll spot it on the 15. It'll be 1st and 10.
And once again, Central's defense will be asked to shut this potent Holtville offense down. Holtville, we'll see what they've got in their playbook.
We've got to thank the Holtville Vikings AD Steve Cato, head coach Keith Smith. Always make us feel welcome. Always a pleasure to visit Holtville.
And I believe do we have one more Holtville game this year?
I don't know if you and I do, but Daryl Pector will. And the Munoz will keep it.
Effective first down play as Munoz was rolled down, but about 5 yards downfield. Yes, he picked up 5 yards.
I'm not sure if you and I are going to do another Holtville game, but Daryl Pector will be doing a number of them.
And I don't think, no, John, the Axe game, Holtville and Calapat, that'll be Darrell.
Right, we have now, next week we start IVL games. So we get to go to Imperial.
Will be
our first chance to see Imperial without Royce Freeman,
who threw a touchdown pass last night. And the handoff to the setback, who gets about 2 or 3 yards, and then a body is tattooed.
We can see that this Holtville offense is missing David Rodriguez. You called that he lives off the side, and he has a little more quickness. And so now it's going to be third and that same 5 yards, third and long.
Clock is running. We're down to about 6:10 to play. Holtville trails 14-10.
And let's see if Holtville decides to put the ball in the air on this pass play, or if they keep it on the ground.
Munoz under center. Wide on the wide side, the left side. The Munoz will follow the running back and pick up the first down as he carries out all the way out to the 29-yard line.
9-yard pickup for Munoz. Bejarano was right over the center, and then right at the end he pulled back, and that allowed Munoz the opportunity to pick up that first down.
5:50 to play. Holtville has the football. It'll be 1st and 10 on their own 34 or 29-yard line.
That was a big first down for these Vikings.
All right, Munoz stopped up in the backfield, but then he squirts out, and Aaron Brown finally brings him down, but not until he crosses out to the 36-yard line.
7-yard pickup as Munoz now is chewing up nice gains for these Vikings on first down.
Rodriguez has been in and out of the lineup. He limps in, limps out.
That time it looked like Centro had Munoz stopped right at the last grade, but that's what we've seen him do. He's able to escape and power forward, just kept his knees pumping and was able to pick up a nice 7-yard gain.
It is 2nd and 3. And, oh, that had to hurt.
Munoz kept it that time. It looked like the up man had a chance to run, and Munoz himself went down after a 1-yard gain.
He got the yard, but he, tried to get the number of the truck that hit him, and that was probably, the Big Mac in the middle, Julio Rodriguez, I believe, that got him. It is 3rd and 2.
And Holtville has had a lot of success from
everybody in tight, and mix up in the backfield as Munoz collides with his running back, and
one of the few times Holtville has not converted on third down. We'll see, though. Fourth is going to be...
This is 4-down territory. There's 4 minutes and 2 seconds. The clock is running. It's going to be 4th and about a yard, a short yard.
And let's see. We're trying to find out where they're finally going to put the football down. It looks like he's going to get a very favorable spot.
Well, forward progress.
They're going to measure. They're going to see. They're going to measure if this was enough for a first down.
That's one of the positive things for the Vikings running backs is they keep pushing forward, and you get forward progress. You may get pushed back, but you deserve the furthest point.
Right now, the chain gang coming across is usually what happens in the fourth quarter. Things do kind of slow down as we had a lot of momentum in this game building, and now Holtville trying to push a go-ahead touchdown, perhaps even a game-winning touchdown here with under 4 minutes to go. They'll stretch it out. Everybody's yelling at the players to stay back so they can move the chains. They've got the chains now. They just need to see if there's going to... And looks like it will be just short. So Holtville certainly is going to go for this, even though they're inside their own territory.
It's about the length of the football short. And yes, it's 4th down territory with 3:37 to play in this football game, and you trail by 4. You're going to go for it.
The only thing now that could probably stop this first down rush by the Vikings. They were very successful tonight and converting third downs. Would be a missed snap, a bad snap or something like that, as we would expect to see Munoz take this football himself and power forward. He's capable of doing that. We saw him do it at Southwest several times. Already done it once tonight.
Not real big, but he does drive.
Powerful runner.
The Vikings come out. This is very, very likely the ball game. Munoz got everybody in tight. The handoff, no handoff. Munoz keeps it, and he will have the first down as he crosses the 40.
Yeah, the ball placed out over the 40-yard line. Just power football. Holtville, second first down of this drive. Fourth first down of this second half.
Let's give some credit to Colin Hoyt, Jimmy Zarape, Damon Garcia, Jorge De La Rosa, and Esteban Torres, the down lineman, doing a great job.
Holtville does have 2 timeouts remaining. The clock is going to tick down under 3:10 when this play is finally snapped.
Here's where I might look for Bryce Bolin as the Vikings move, but you can move and reset.
So now it appears that we're going to get a timeout. Let's see if they're going to. Okay, now they finally throw the penalty and they call it. So a little bit of indecision there on the Vikings. What they did have was 2 players did go in motion. And so that's going to move back 5 yards. Stops the clock at 3:04. Holtville will not take a timeout now, as the coaches are trying to call timeout before the penalty flag was thrown. So good job on their part.
The final score, Sweetwater defeated Calexico 49-0.
We could say thank you for that running clock, or it could have been a lot worse.
1st and 15 for the Vikings. Looking on the option, it'll be Munoz. Munoz picks up 10 out to the 45-yard line.
Okay, he was hit right at the line of scrimmage, but that young man just refused to go down. 10-yard pickup on 1st and 15 brings up a very makeable 2nd and 5 now.
David Rodriguez goes in.
The clock now is showing under 2:20 to go. Holtville again, still 2 timeouts left. 55 yards away from a game-winning touchdown.
Again, I might look for Bryce Bolin. 2nd and 5. Back to pass, looking complete at the 40, down to the 35-yard line. Who caught the ball, John?
That was Bryce Bolin. Nice pass from Munoz to Bolin. First completed pass of this second half for the Vikings. Nice 20-yard pickup.
The pass completed. It's at the 35-yard line. The clock continues to run, under 2 minutes to play.
And that was a nice, well-designed play because Munoz got it off right as he was getting hit.
Munoz drops back, looking, firing, and he had his man open in the middle, but he couldn't hit him.
Well, that's because he took a huge hit from the Centro Spartan blitzer, and that was Aten Gutierrez came in and really put the leather on Munoz.
Adam Montes, the intended receiver. It'll be 2nd and 10. That does stop the clock. Minute 40 to play. 14-10. The Central Spartans lead. The Holtville Vikings are driving. Field goal does them no good. They trail by 4. You can't do a field goal and an extra point.
Yeah, Munoz, a lot more successful running the ball this half than passing.
Munoz looking, firing, and is that complete? Right at the needle, David Rodriguez, and literally split double coverage.
But that will keep the clock running as, they actually are.
They stop it to measure.
They did say that it was down there. I thought he was short, but no, they put the ball right in the 25, so that should be a first down.
David Rodriguez has been limping on and off the field this whole second half. And between Munoz splitting the defense and Rodriguez making the catch, will be very close to the first down. That gives the Holtville Vikings just a minute to catch their breath.
Right. Now they're down on the 25-yard line, so Bowler.
And that will be a first down.
Well, it had to be. The ball was on the 25-yard line, and the chain was on the 35, so
it'll be first and 10 for the Vikings.
3 straight first down for the Vikings as they're driving for a game-winning touchdown.
The ball spotted right on the 25-yard line.
And the clock will start up now that the chains are reset. But Holtville right up on the line of scrimmage.
It'll be first and 10. What a game, John. What a game.
As now we have a Holtville Flyers sprinting all the way across field, the flank out wide to the right. We have timeout Holtville.
Okay, they just didn't have the right people in the right places. We'll take timeout. Minute 17 to play in this football game. Our score, it is Centro 14 and Holtville 10.
For the past months, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial has been offering curbside pickup, and they will continue until they are able to open indoors. You can still get your favorite Mexican food, like special quesadillas, carne asada and pollo asada burritos, taco plates, and more. In fact, their menu is huge, and the food is outstanding. To place your order, call El Zarape restaurant at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Curbside pickup only.
The Central Union Adult School is ready to support your adult learning goals. We are the first choice for adults seeking to complete their high school diploma or wanting to learn English. We offer the GED, the high school equivalency test, and our own high school diploma program. Contact our office for registration information, 760-312-7050, or look us up online and on Facebook.
Do you need printing? Do you need it as soon as possible? The UPS Store, 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro has you covered. Their print and graphic design department can help you get the word out with many printing options. Business cards, vinyl banners, flyers of any size. And they print social distancing signs for your business or event. Right now, the UPS Store at 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro is offering 500 free black and white flyers to local businesses affected by COVID-19. Offer expires December 31st, 2020. And of course, the UPS Store will assist you in all your shipping needs. The UPS Store, 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Okay, you got a minute 17 to play. The Vikings have the football, first and 10 on the Spartan 25. The Vikings trail 14-10. Got to get it into the end zone. If it were simple as a field goal, they're within range, but that's not going to do any good.
Yeah, this is Esteban Munoz time and territory. And again, do something for his squad right now.
I might look for Bryce Boland again. He's been the go-to guy.
Centro with no defensive backs. They're all up on the line of scrimmage.
And they hit and sack
Julio Rodriguez.
And Munoz gets up very slowly with a little bit of assist from the official.
Yeah, the clock must continue to run. Holtville does have one timeout left.
And inside of a minute, the clock is running. Munoz is shaken up a bit. Now the play finally comes in.
The fans on the sideline get excited, but the Holtville players tell them to calm down. They've got everything well in hand.
Double wide on the left side. So let back.
No safeties for the Spartans back.
Munoz dumps it off downfield, goes incomplete.
It was intended downfield for Fernando Marin, and there is a flag, and I believe it's going to be a hold.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. It's also in the territory. You get a late hit on the quarterback. A.J. Giannis on the coverage, and he looked back for the ball, and Marin went right behind him, but the pass was overthrown. But it looks like it's not going to matter anyway.
Fernando Marin, that's the first we've called his name tonight, holding against the Vikings.
And it's going to bring up 3rd and long or 2nd and longer, but you've got 31 seconds left, so probably Centro will take the penalty. And they will. So that'll wipe away the incompleted pass. 31.5 seconds.
They'll spot it on the 45-yard line.
So that's a 12-yard penalty because it was in the backfield where the holding was detected. But you just had your quarterback sacked, so that time the offensive lineman doing a little better job of holding, trying to keep the quarterback upright, and it was detected by the officials.
Wide right, wide left, slot right, slot left, single setback. Munoz back to pass, pumps, cuts it, and then guess who gets him? Julio Rodriguez on the sack. He planted him at the 40 in.
And unless the Vikings take a timeout, we'll see. They should get enough. They still have to get all their players back.
It is a 3rd and forever. And he spikes the ball, which means with 8.8 seconds,
they'll have time for at least one more play, and they still have a timeout. So perhaps 2.
It'll be 3rd. It is spotted on the 41-yard line in Viking territory.
That last sack was 14 yards, Carol. Excuse me.
They've got to get it to the 15 for the first down, but with 8.8 seconds, that first down isn't going to help them. They're going to have to get it into the end zone. The Central Spartans take timeout. 8.8 seconds. Our score, Central 14, the Holtville Vikings 10.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230. KXO El Centro.
Pico Market is under new ownership. Did you know? Yeah, don't worry. They kept the butcher, and it's still the best carne asada in town. Carne asada, pollo asada, steaks, and more. Groceries, snacks, soda, beer, liquor, they have it all at Pico Market. And if you spend $50, you get a free bag of ice. And on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, buy 1 pound of chicken, get another pound free. Only at Pico Market, 802 West Pico Avenue in El Centro. They're under new ownership. Same great carne asada. Pico Market.
If you know Jason Jackson, you know he's a hands-on person who gets involved and has been an El Centro City Council member for the past 9 years. Yes, Jason Jackson is running again and wants your vote for re-election. His leadership makes a difference, and he's proven himself that he's the right person once again to be an El Centro City Council member. His slogan has always been experience, leadership, service, and community support. On November 3rd, please re-elect Jason Jackson for El Centro City Council.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jason Jackson, El Centro City Council, 2020.
Baja Farms in Holtville has been farming for many years and takes pride in what they've accomplished with their operation. It has enabled them to support their communities and support youth of Imperial Valley from FFA to 4-H, youth sports, and academics. Baja Farms hopes to continue this for many years. And here's a message from your friends at Baja Farms. During these trying times, be safe, stay healthy, and God bless America.
Okay, we're about ready to play the 4th and forever.
Let's not call it 4th and down to the 15. They're on the 41-yard line. They need 59 yards for a score. Central now with 4 players back, 25 yards behind the line of scrimmage, only 3 rushers.
That is called a prevent defense. Munoz
plays over the line of scrimmage now.
And he's hit and sacked, or dropped. Aaron Brown on the tackle. That's it. That's our football game. The final score, Central 14 and the Holtville Vikings 10.
For RV service, go to El Centro RV Service and Supply, corner of Dogwood and Ross Avenue in El Centro. Don't let an RV issue dampen your spirits or your plans. They work on most RVs and trailers, even working with manufacturer warranties. Mobile service is available too. For your next RV repair, call El Centro RV Service and Supply, 760-352-2394. That's 352-2394. Or stop at the corner of Dogwood and Ross in El Centro.
Aten Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Aten Express is your one-stop convenience store at corner of Highway 86 and Aten Road in Imperial.
Open 24 hours a day for your convenience.
Hacienda Snack Bar in Brawley, your catering specialist, has had to make some adjustments due to COVID-19. They've been offering carry-out with daily specials Monday through Friday. Monday is barbacoa with rice and beans. Tuesday is tri-tip and boneless barbecue chicken. How about Wednesday? Your choice, meatloaf or chicken fried steak. Thursday is Mario's choice. And Friday, it's steak and shrimp. To order your plate, call Hacienda Snack Bar, 760-344-5542. That's 344-5542. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. and serving lunch specials from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
What a football game. The Central Spartans hold on, and they defeat the Calexico, or the Holtville Vikings. The final score, 14-10, and Holtville in it to the final play of the game, just ran out of horses. And with that, the Spartans pull out the victory. The Vikings gave the Spartans everything they could ask for tonight, and then some, as, the Vikings put up some big numbers, controlled the football, and kept the Spartans off the scoreboard. The Spartans only able to score 2 touchdowns. So, all things considered, for the Vikings, an exceptionally good game. For the Spartans, they've got to win a victory. Obviously, they're going to have to work on that holding thing that kept them from scoring a whole lot more points tonight. The final score again was 14-10. We've got the game stats coming up. Stay tuned.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list just goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Ubaldo Bermudez is a local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Ubaldo is here to help. Stop by Allstate agent Ubaldo Bermudez's office today at 425 Desert Garden Drive in El Centro. Are you in good hands? Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
There is nothing better than great customer service. Company that can help you with your projects, answer your questions, and provide you with the right material to get the job done. Imperial Trusted Lumber Company in Imperial takes pride in doing just that for the homeowner or contractor. They even deliver valley-wide. Imperial Trusted Lumber, carrying hardware supplies from lumber, concrete, windows, and doors to nuts and bolts. Everything a contractor or homeowner might need. Stop by today, 701 East 2nd Street in Imperial.
For the past months, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial has been offering curbside pickup, and they will continue until they are able to open indoors. You can still get your favorite Mexican food, like special quesadillas, carne asada and pollo asada burritos, taco plates, and more. In fact, their menu is huge, and the food is outstanding. To place your order, call El Zarape restaurant at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Curbside pickup only.
It's classic high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, on the KXO YouTube channel, and on the World Wide Web. Tonight's matchup, the Holtville Vikings, the Central Spartans, was featured October 13th, 2014.
John Driffel has our stats. What does it look like, John?
Well, let's take a look at both sides. First, Holtville ran the ball 42 times from scrimmage, 20 in the first half, 22 in the second half, for a total of 115 yards. Their outstanding quarterback, Esteban Munoz, was 7 for 12 on the night for 120 yards, 235 total yards. That's a nice pickup. 15 first downs. That's a nice number as well. They did have 2 turnovers in the first half, both of them fumbles. One fumble was recovered by Joaquin Bejarano, and the other fumble was recovered by Jaden Sanchez. Individually running the football for the Holtville Vikings as they spread it out among 5 different ball carriers. David Rodriguez had 1 carry for no yards. The big man on the night for the Vikings, as always, Esteban Munoz, 24 carries for 72 yards. Also running the football from scrimmage, Josh Edwards had 7 carries for 21 yards. Josh Merton had 6 carries for 14 yards. And Brandon Abadi had 4 carries for 8 yards. Their 12 receptions were to 3 different players. Christian Gonzalez had 1 catch for 20 yards. Bryce Boland had 3 catches for 73 yards. And their lone touchdown they scored on the night was a touchdown pass, one of the 3 catches for David Rodriguez, who had 27 yards. Centro ran the ball 20 times from scrimmage for 137 yards, 12 for 20 tonight. Pete Sanchez had ended up 12 for 19, as there was 1 halfback pass by Angel Ramirez in the first half. That 12 for 20 was for good for 198 yards, giving Central 345 total yards, 11 first downs. They did have 1 interception on the night, and that ball was picked off by David Rodriguez of the Vikings. Individually running the football, Central had 4 different ball carriers for the night. But the main force on the ground was Angel Ramirez, 10 carries for 81 yards. Also, A.J. Giannis had 1 carry on a sweep that went for -3 yards, showing his athleticism and his dual threat potential. Pete Sanchez had 7 carries for 57 yards and a touchdown, and that touchdown was the game winner. Also with 2 carries was a converted linebacker, fullback, Joaquin Bejarano, who had 2 carries for 2 yards. The 12 completions were spread out among 4 different receivers for the Central Spartans. Brian Valenzuela had 1 catch for -1 yards on the ricochet. Our A.J. Giannis had 1 catch for 8 yards. Angel Ramirez had 3 catches for 40 yards coming out of the backfield usually on those little in-motion plays. And the big night for the Central Spartans tonight receiving, but all of it happened in the first half, was to last week's star player and this week's star player, Joseph Balbuena, who had 7 receptions for 151 yards and the first touchdown. So there's positive things to look at both sides. Holtville, a very disappointing loss. They wanted to defend their field here. They wanted to keep their win streak going. It would have been 4 straight. Now they fall to 3-2. Central, meanwhile, they were looking to turn it around after playing a very tough opening schedule. This is their second win, puts them at 2-3 going into IBL play.
John, an exciting game right down to the end. 14-10 is where it ended up. The other action around the valley, Calexico went to San Diego. They lost to Sweetwater 49-0. Palo Verde lost to Calapat 43-6. And tomorrow it will be Vincent Memorial at Tri-City Christian. Our final score again, it was Central 14, Holtville 10. For Kurt Hoffman, technical director, for Gabe Lemus, our producer-engineer, John Driffel, and me, I'm Carol Buckley. Thank you for tuning in to high school football right here on AM 1230.
KXO AM 1230, the best oldies on the radio.